steam, and you get let down, that's usually a sign your tankless water heater is loaded with mineral buildup, slowing it down and wearing it out before it's time. So Duck Duck Rooter is kicking the new year off strong with a Start Fresh Tankless Flush. Their experienced technicians flush and clean your tankless system, restoring performance and getting you back in the game. Right now, get your tankless water heater flushed and cleaned for just $99, 904-862-6769 or duckduckrooter.com.
Greenlaw Group is for the insured. If you think you have roof damage, call 904-302-7055 today, and they will schedule you a free roof inspection. Trust their law firm to help you fight your insurance when you need it. These storms can cause damage you may not even see yet. Call Greenlaw Group, 302-7055. There's no cost to retain their law firm and no cost to have your roof inspected. They only get paid if you win. Greenlaw Group, for the insured.
Hello, Jacksonville. This is Dr. Kevin Kaplan, team physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. At Orthopedic Specialists of Jacksonville, we know not every injury happens on Sundays. Sometimes it's flag football, weekend yard work, or just playing with your kids. That's why we built a team of fellowship-trained orthopedic surgeons, experts in everything from knees and shoulders to spine and sports injuries. Whether you're chasing championships or chasing your dog, we've got you. Learn more at osjax.com. That's osjax.com.
For over 55 years, Green Acres Sporting Goods has proudly served Jacksonville from the corner of Normandy and Hammond Boulevard. From archery to hunting and fishing, they've got the gear, service, and know-how to get you outdoor ready. Stop by their full-service archery pro shop and check out their wide selection of firearms. And while you're there, sign up for their weekly concealed weapon classes. You can find it all at greenacresporting.com.
If your ride is making strange noises, don't wait and make it work. Come to Action Transmission on Merrill Road. My expert technicians can diagnose the problem and likely fix it fast. Experience the difference at Action Transmission on Merrill Road.
Bueller.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Hey, pal, is that a turtleneck?
Can't you feel it, Jason? There's a chill in the air, a definite nip.
I mean, it is January.
In Jacksonville, Jason, I didn't come here for cold.
Well, I wouldn't call this.
Cold weather gives me the sniffles. Sniffles turns to pneumonia. Suddenly, I'm in a hospital bed with a tube down my throat because Florida didn't get the memo about ignoring winter.
So switch over to heat.
What if my system can't remember how to heat?
Dude, put on these sunglasses.
Whoa.
Bueller Air and Plumbing can make sure your system is ready to switch from cooling to heat. We'll clean your heating coil to get rid of that burning dust smell and make sure you have the coolant pressure to keep your heat pump pumping out the heat.
Huh, I had no idea these sunglasses worked in the winter.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
Happy New Year from Awaken 180 Weight Loss. It is 2026. Is this what you've been waiting for? Is the time now for you to drop the weight with Awaken 180 Weight Loss? Look, the time was right for me. I had to do something. I remember looking at myself in the mirror, just couldn't believe it, man. I was going down a bad path. Found out about the great folks of Awaken 180 Weight Loss, started talking with a coach, and instantly I knew that is exactly what I needed. Awaken 180 changed my life. I lost over 100 pounds. Guys, take it from somebody that lost triple digits on this program. It worked for me. It will work for you. No shots, no pills. You do it the natural way with the terrific coaching of Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Call 844-346-1800 or go to Awaken180weightloss.com and do what I did with Awaken 180 Weight Loss.
You've got a front row seat for Jaguars football all year long. This is 1010XL, WJXL AM and FM, Jacksonville Beach, home of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Frank Frangie here. Nimnick Buick GMC is proud to be the #1 Buick GMC dealer in Jacksonville, earned by treating customers with courtesy, respect, and fairness. All part of Nimnick's Treating You Right guarantee. The most Buicks, GMCs, and Jacksonville's only Car Bravo dealer, nobody but Nimnick. For 3 generations, Nimnick has been the place customers keep coming back to. They treat you right, and they give a bunch back to the community. Visit NimnickBuickGMC.com today to learn more or visit their showroom off Phillips Highway. GMC, we are professional grade.
The best wings in town are coming to River City Marketplace. Leon Cersei here. Wingstop is opening another North Jacksonville location soon at the end of December. You always get fresh, made-to-order wings in 11 flavors, including original, hot, garlic parm, and of course, lemon pepper. Wingstop now has 18 locations in Jacksonville, always open until 1 a.m. So skip the wait and order your wings online at wingstop.com and swing by to pick up at the brand new Wingstop location in River City Marketplace.
Have you got concrete or asphalt rubble piling up? Arcosa Crushed Concrete will pay you for it and recycle it. They're just minutes from Everbank Stadium on Talleyrand. Call Arcosa Crushed Concrete and get paid for what you don't need. ArcosaCrushedConcrete.com.
Do you want to grow your career with a company that's committed to growing with you? Florida Home AC has aggressive plans to double their workforce, and they're looking for determined, resourceful people with initiative. Just log on to floridahomeac.com/careers to find out more.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah.
Good morning.
Good morning. Coogan Nation, time to rise and shine and start your day with Duval Sports Media Big Steppers. Dan Hicken. You know it! Jeff Prosser.
It's a big deal.
Gosh, it sure is a big deal.
And E to the T.
E.T. is in the booth. Rise and shine! Cougars, go time on a Friday morning. It is a football Friday. Hopefully not the final football Friday, at least as far as our Jacksonville Jaguars are concerned. Top story in our world, that's for certain, with the Buffalo Bills coming to town this weekend. I got a little heat check from the national media. More on that here in just a second as we turn our attention to Sunday's matchup. But first, wow. If you're up till the very end, you're bleary-eyed. If you're like me, you watched the first half, took a little nap, and then got up and watched the second half this morning with no knowledge of what has happened. What a football game, huh? Kudos to the Canes. Tip of the cap. Three big wins in a row, having to travel far from home. The reward is going to be a home game. Don't forget that part for the national championship. Miami gets to come home, but first things first. Wow, what a game last night. That kicked off, as I said, our football catatonic state. We can only hope that the rest of the weekend matches up. It'll continue with the college football playoffs tonight, 2 NFL Sunday, 3 NFL Sunday, 1 on Monday night. But first things first, 31-27. And wow, what did I just watch? Man, this one had a little bit of everything. I posed a question yesterday morning. E.T., by the way, is not in the booth. I am told he is part of the prowl. What do they call it? This playoff prowl going on with the Jaguars. So I mean, I'm not at liberty to discuss more than that. I don't want to betray any trade secrets. So our man Aaron is in studio with us. Good morning. How we doing?
Morning. How we going?
All right, good. So E will be out and about all day. We're not going to work him to the to the very core. We still got to get to game day Sunday. He may be checking in later this morning. I'm not sure. I believe we have the Whisperer today. Which would line up back to the question I had yesterday morning. And I said it because we didn't go deeper down the rabbit hole, but because I had a feeling my answer would have been different. Who had the quarterback advantage going into last night's game? Now, it's not a blank slate. They're each playing different defenses. There's personnel involved. There's a lot more involved for sure. Who had the quarter? And look, the initial quick, easy answer is Trinidad Chambliss, who had just lit up Georgia. Miami had kind of, managed the offense to victories. Carson Beck avoided mistakes. I mean, I think his playoff high was 100-something yards before last night. But he has the experience of being in these games. The moment wasn't going to be too big for him, playing at Georgia and all those big games and SEC championships and the like. So, and I don't know if necessarily he was the bigger advantage over Trinidad Chambliss, who had a whale of a second half, but he was the game MVP. And Miami now is in rare air with a chance to turn back the clock. It's been a long time since Canes football was relevant. Now, it's always relevant here and down the coast, year to year. I mean, Florida football is relevant. FSU football is relevant around these parts. Don't leave the state. But it's been since way back when guys like Andre Johnson were catching passes. Since Miami has had this opportunity, they'll wait and see who that opportunity comes against. But Beck, who, obviously, because he's quarterback, is asked to make plays with his arm, produced the game winner with his legs last night. After 3.5 quarters of kind of slugging it out, some red zone holds, couple missed field goals, this thing had the flavor of a low-scoring game, although we'll say this, boy, it felt like Miami should have been 10, 14 points up the whole game. They were controlling that game a lot more than the scoreboard indicated when they went to half up, 4, I think, 17-13? And it kind of stayed that way. In fact, it was 17-13 into the fourth, and, buddy, the floodgates opened. Had 4 or 5 lead changes in the last 7-8 minutes. Back and forth, guys made plays, penalties came into play, conversions, drama. What about the catch that wasn't? Holy hockey sticks. Did you see Tony? Did you see him go up to freshman receiver late in the game on what ended up being the game-winning drive? This ultimately was disallowed, but he's like running across the field. He's near the sideline. He goes up on 2 feet. He reaches back onto the field of play to catch the ball with one hand while he's sailing through the air, left to right. He catches the ball one hand and he gets the toe down inbounds, but the heel comes down out of bounds. Maybe the best catch that wasn't that I've ever seen. Big sequence in the game. Ole Miss was driving. The Canes got discombobulated. They had a targeting penalty. They had a illegal, unnecessary roughness penalty. The very next, Ole Miss had a goal down there, and Miami held them to a field goal. That was big. That's the 4 points. That's the difference in the game. If Ole Miss, and I don't remember where this was, I will go back and refresh my memory as you go through the game cast. I don't remember where that score was bouncing back and forth there. And I don't recall exactly where in that sync. See, I think it was, they could have gone up by 7, right? They were down a point. Ole Miss was down a point. They could have scored and gone for 2 and been up 7. But instead, they had to settle for a field goal. They took a 2-point lead, and Miami quickly, they got the touchdown, right? Made it 24-19. So that goal-to-goal stand there while they were reeling, while they were discombobulated, such a key stretch. So hats off to Canes Nation. Celebrate. Don't beat each other up. If you know, you know. Joe, you has already texted me 10 times. But, hey, man, to the victors go the spoils. It was a huge win. Heartbreaking if you're an Ole Miss fan. Man, that was one of those games. But, it's the Final Four now. That felt like a Final Four basketball game. The fourth quarter of that game, the very quick momentum changes, the lead changes, it felt like it could have been the stage for a Final Four basketball game. And we got your Canes over here, whoosh, whoosh, on home to Miami where they can sit and wait. Again, the national championship game will be at Hard Rock. So home field advantage, at least when it comes to the travel and everything else. You got Oregon, Indiana tonight. Indiana's a favorite. I saw the hypothetical odds of the Natty. It would be Indiana by 5.5 favored. Oregon would be favored by 1.5. If I'm Miami, I definitely want Oregon. I think Miami beats Oregon. I think Indiana beats Miami. But again, I'm not positive. Never went on record with a pick yesterday, and it's easy after the fact to say I kind of thought Miami would win, and I said, and I hinted around it by this. It's hard for me. My bias comes in. I watched my team, the Gators, play both of those, and one of them by the end of the game they had the life sucked out of them and were beaten down pretty good, and the other they went back and forth on the road, nearly won the game. So Ole Miss seemed more vulnerable to me. Now I'll give Ole Miss's offensive line credit. Miami's O-line was good. They ran the ball for 1,000 yards. But that D-line, which was supposed to dominate, didn't. They barely pressured Chambliss. They got to him a little bit off of his spot. But, Bain and, the other guy's name escapes me. They had combined for 24 pressures in the first 2 college football playoff wins. And late in that game, they had 1 the whole game. Pressure. But yeah, big moments, and a huge win for Miami. And so congrats, Canes Nation. You're moving on to a title chance. So hard to win these things, man. You get the opportunity. I'm sure the feeling among Miami football fan base is similar to that of the Gator basketball fan base a year ago when Florida improbably ran. Oh, by the way, Notre Dame fan chirping this morning. I hear chirping from South Bend, who thought you were supposed to have that spot over the Canes. At the end of the day, what a wonderful playoff if it would have been if the committee and the system had any sense. And instead of James Madison at 12 and Tulane at 11, say Notre Dame was 11 and opened at Ole Miss. And then whoever that last team was, Boise or whoever, had gone to Oregon. Who knows? Who knows how different it would have looked. But Miami has taken, look, won on the road at Texas A&M, biggest stadium in college football, beat perennial powerhouse Ohio State on a neutral field. Did they catch a break getting Ole Miss instead of Georgia? Who knows? Ole Miss beat Georgia. That's how it goes. And Miami made the plays late when they had to win the game. They went on a game-winning drive, down a field goal. They only needed a field goal. They had less than 2 minutes. And Carson Beck played the best football of his career on that drive. I didn't think his stats were really good overall for the evening. He had one interception. It was on a tipped ball. But the ball didn't look live coming out of his arm. It didn't feel like he was playing great. He had some misses. But on that last drive, man, he zipped in some real important downfield, mid-level passes and ultimately scooted in with his legs for the game winner. So it's a Miami onward and upward, something we hope we'll be saying about our Jaguars. Look, the matchup there is the most obvious matchup is the Bills' number one rushing offense and the number one running back by yards in the league in James Cook, and the Jaguars' number one rushing defense. Hard to find the exact specifics of every time that matchup has taken place in NFL postseason history, but I told you earlier there have been some bright, beaming exceptions. There have been a few players that had big games, but overall, 100-yard rusher, or NFL's leading rusher against the NFL's leading rush defense has way underperformed to his season average. Anthony Campanile is the Jaguars' defensive coordinator. He had this to say yesterday about that all-important matchup.
He's a guy that move around quite a bit, but he's just so elusive. And
No. It's the number. It's Campanile talking about the number one rush defense. Again, that's Josh Allen. The beginning of the Josh Allen. It's number 2. Campanile, number 2. I wrote 2. All right, so anyway, it's certainly a matchup to watch with the Jaguars' number one rush defense going to be put to the test. Look, I don't feel like that will be ultimately the the defining factor, even though that's certainly one to look for in the matchup. I think the Jaguars will hold James Cook under 100. I'm not saying he'll be impotent. Their rushing attack will be impotent. I don't think he's going to have some huge game. I think it'll come down, can you stop Josh Allen because of that? And Hicken has pointed out a few times during the course of the week that the Bills and having their tight ends back in play is a big advantage for their offense. And they battled injuries to that position, but they're full go at the tight end position, and they expect that to help them this weekend as well. Come back, we'll talk to Captain Kevin Favor. We'll get you rounded up on that Jaguar sound from inside the locker room. We continue preparing for Sunday afternoon's kickoff. Again, ET's out and about today. He's part of that Prowl Patrol here as they get you teal and ready for Sunday's big kickoff here in Jacksonville. What a huge game. Even bigger, I'd say, than the 2022 games. And I know the playoffs are the playoffs, but this team legit now. This team wins playoff games. The consequence is going to be a lot more optimistic than going to Kansas City and trying to beat a team that goes to the Super Bowl every year. So, nonetheless, we'll talk to Captain Kev, get a fishing report for you. Maybe. It looks like the weather's going to be pretty good here these next few mornings, so we'll see what the fishing's like. We'll go fishing for some insight into the Jags-Bills matchup from both coordinators. You'll hear from Anthony Campanile, that 1v1 matchup, plus offensive coordinator Grant Udinsky. Had another coaching change. You know, most of the moves come on Monday, but two of you could argue two of the bigger ones have happened later in the week and gone fishing in Miami. Hang up the help wanted sign. Mike McDaniel is out down there. So the ramifications of that and more in a football fix later this hour as well. We're up and going. It's a GFL Friday. That's Green for Life. Look for our bright green trucks and cans all over the First Coast. And trust GFL for all your commercial roll-off needs.
He's our Big Mac.
Woo! It's Smash Mouth football, baby!
Tom McManus brings his big opinions to Jaguars Today.
Every Friday morning at 10 a.m. on 1010 XL.
Protected by Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors. Live streaming from the XL Digital Studios. Brightened by Harbor Dental Care, Jacksonville's first choice for dental emergencies.
I used to dread going to the dentist. Every visit felt like a sales pitch with constant upselling, surprise fees on my bill, and I could never get in when I needed to. But Harbor Dental Care? Totally different. They saw me the next day, gave me honest pricing up front, and even set me up with a payment plan I could actually afford. No pressure, no surprise charges, just kind people who get it. If you want to experience dentistry the way it should be, book your appointment today at harbordental.care. That's HARBOUR dental.care.
This is the kind of sandwich you don't rush. French dip at Firehouse Subs. Premium roast beef loaded with caramelized onions, melted provolone cheese, and topped with Italian seasoning. Stacked on a toasted garlic bread roll with hot au jus for dipping. For a limited time at Firehouse Subs.
The playoffs are here, and it is time to get excited. This is Hayes Carlion. Listen to my playoff perspectives on 1010XL and our social channels, brought to you by Harrell & Harrell. Don't settle for less than you deserve.
The Jacksonville Icemen are back home this Friday, January 9th, as they battle the Orlando Solar Bears. Friday is Cowabunga Night, a theme night that pays tribute to Jacksonville's cattle days when the city was called Cowford. So celebrate the region's cowboy roots and beachside vibes. Game time 7 o'clock at ViStar Veterans Memorial Arena. Tickets at Ticketmaster, JacksonvilleIcemen.com, or call 904-602-PUCK. Icemen hockey is #FireWithin.
Hey folks, it's Frank Frangie for Lee and Kate's Glass, and I think you deserve a spa-like shower, don't you? Get rid of that dirty, dated setup you have in your bathroom. Those old-style showers can be really ugly. Install a gorgeous frameless shower with thick, sexy glass and a free diamond coating protection that's easier to clean, like Rain-X for your shower. Your bathroom will feel like a luxury spa every morning and night. You deserve it. Visit my friends at leeandkatesglass.com.
You're gonna see a big difference.
Look around and we know you've got options for gasoline, but those other places, they're not in the business of more. At Shell, that's what you get every day. Members get more rewards, more savings, more special offers. You'll even get 10 cents per gallon off of your first fill when you sign up, and save on every fill after that. Choose to get more and more with every drive. Join the Shell Fuel Rewards program today at fuelrewards.com. Offer valid at participating Shell locations. Offer must be redeemed within 60 days of registration. Limit 20 gallons. Restrictions apply. Visit fuelrewards.com for more information.
Calling all fun-loving citizens of Northeast Florida. Freedom Boat Club needs your help. Lisa the Botanista has gone missing. She left a note that said, "Gone boating." But here's the thing. Freedom Boat Club has 4 local locations, Julington Creek, Jax Beach, and 2 in St. Augustine, and over 400 locations across the world. That's a lot of water to cover. Is she water skiing on the Ozarks, whale watching in the Pacific, or island hopping in Spain? Or hiding right here at the Black Creek Rope Swing? Or docking at the Conch House? Wait, has anyone checked Fort George Island? Too much to do on the water. So Freedom Boat Club is offering our best discount of all time, so you can help search. You simply make your reservation, show up, and have fun. I gotta go. I'm hopping on a boat to the fish camp for live music and lunch. Maybe I'll find the Botanista there. Or better yet, maybe you'll join us with the best discount ever and enjoy boating made simple. Don't blame us when you start playing hooky too. Visit freedomboatclub.com.
This is the home of the Florida Gators. Get your Gators hoops on 1010XL. Brought to you by the personal injury attorneys of Farah and Farah, Randy Marion Cadillac of Jacksonville, and Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors.
When the team heats up and the temps climb high, Sunrise Heating and AC keeps you cool. That's no lie. From kickoff to overtime and every long drive, they'll keep your home feeling fresh and alive. When your system's down, don't sweat the score. Sunrise Heating and AC of North Florida is ready to restore. Fast, honest service from a local crew, keeping Jacksonville fans chill all season through. Your comfort starts here at sunriseheatingandac.com.
Touchdown! 1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. Now, Captain Kevin Favors Fishing Report. Reeled in by Sunrise Heating and AC of North Florida and CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living on 1010XL.
Well, as we said here on Jan 9, I can bring in my man, my friend, Captain Kevin Favor, and tell him both Merry Christmas and Happy New Year since I last spoke to him. It looks like we got a decent weather week, so I bring that with me as we return our unique combo. How we doing, friend?
Everything's good, Frost. How about you, buddy?
Good. I bet you the outdoor show's a happy place these days. The logs probably just, rolling around like a pig and all this success.
Oh, it's I mean, for all of us,
right, for sure.
Sure. It's funny. I don't talk to Jeff about football very much.
Yeah, I hear you.
I really don't.
I got you.
But I do this year. I'm eating it up. I mean, I talked to him yesterday, and I'm talking to Jeff about football. Which is kind of crazy, and damn, it's fun, man. And what a game last night.
What a start to this football flurry we're about to have.
Yeah, what a great football game. I mean, oh my God, from the very end. I mean, that was fantastic. So, looking forward to tonight. I'm rooting for Indiana. I mean, I'm assuming most people are now. I mean, it's kind of cool. Different teams, but. Congratulations to Miami last night. That was fun to watch.
Yeah, and they've certainly proven their inclusion into the college football playoff was the right decision, and they'll get a chance to play. They'll get a chance to play at home. That title game's down at Hard Rock, so at least when it comes to travel, that'll be an advantage. And those Canes fans, man, I see more Miami fans at these playoff games than I do a home game against Virginia. But this will be a big one, so they show up for the big ones, and that'll be an atmosphere down there, man.
Man, that will be there will be a serious atmosphere down there.
Yeah, I give Miami a shot against either one of them, but I think that Miami would want Oregon.
Oh, I totally agree.
Yeah,
with
Oregon
you.
Seems like Ole Miss to me, real similar to Ole Miss, whereas Indiana seems they're a little bit better and more, buttoned up. Yep.
So. Fishing this week has been on a scale of 1 to 10. It's been a 5. I mean, it's typical this time of year. It is January. There's going to be good days and bad days. The biggest thing that most people are catching, and catching a lot of, is yellowmouth trout, and they're kind of cyclical. I mean, one year they're here and 1 year they're not. And
why is that? You think?
I don't know. That's a great question. And honestly, Jeff, trout fishing is kind of that way. Not just yellowmouth trout. I mean, a lot of years, we'll have a great year of speckled trout. Where you go out and catch your limit and no problem, and then the next year. You won't see them very much. They're not like redfish. Redfish are here 365.
Right.
Trout are not here 365.
Now the yellowmouth, that's an inshore fishery.
No.
Oh.
Well, when I say that, you can. I've got, and not me personally, but you can ease off the beach. And fish on your local stuff. Mm-hmm. They're not a way offshore fish, but all of your inshore wrecks and live bottom and stuff like that, it's a great place to fish for them, and it is easy. I mean, dead shrimp, fish bites, just anything that's fished on the bottom. When you find them, they're very aggressive, and by the way, they're great eating. and there have been some big ones. I mean, there's been a lot of fish over 5 pounds. So that's been kind of the flavor of the year so far for 2026. Still a lot of redfish around. They've been finicky, and the reason is because the water temperature goes up and down so much. I mean, last week we're in the 30s, and the water temperature drops into the mid to low 50s, and this week it's been 60 to 63. So it definitely is going to affect the fish. The worst thing we have going on right now, buddy, and just please be careful, is the fog.
Yeah, for sure.
There's nothing worse for fishermen than this fog, because whenever it's over, this hot weather is over the top of that cold water, it creates that sea fog, and there's nothing thicker. I mean, I'm standing outside right now, and it's awful. So it's one of those things. Just if you are planning on going and you don't have radar, you don't have a way of the electronics to see through this fog, just don't go until it breaks. I mean, there's no sense in pushing it because you can't see, bro. I mean, all of a sudden, I talked about this last night, and this has happened to me personally quite a few times. You come up to a dock and you're like, damn, what dock is that? You have gone the wrong way,
Yeah, and you do get a little. I mean, it's not much different than driving in the pitch black. You get a falser sense of security because you feel like it's light, but man, it'll come up on you almost as fast. You're right.
Yes, buddy. Absolutely. I mean, yes, absolutely. So,
I would hope most people know that, but the idiocracy is well in bloom. So there's just another.
I guess that's my point, and that's why I'm saying, from coming from a guy that's been stupid and been there and done that, you don't want to do it. Just like I said, have an extra cup of coffee. Take your time. Usually by 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, it's broken. And by the way, at this time of year, it comes back real fast.
Right.
As soon as it starts cooling off again, if you're down to that ditch and there's 10 miles to go, and all of a sudden it's 4:30, 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and that fog rolls back in, you're in a bad way, bro.
Yeah.
Bad way.
Yeah. All right. Well, have a good show tomorrow, and go Jags, and we'll talk to you next Friday. By the way, I contacted the very formal betting procedure board, and I have now been docked an extra 6-pack of bait, so it'll be a 12-pack of bait now that you'll have coming your way. So, at least there's that.
Sounds great, buddy.
Talk to you next week. There you go.
All right, have a good weekend.
Yeah, that's Captain Kevin Favor. He's best in the business. Jaguars, hope they are. Get a heat check from one of the national analysts when we come back on the other side. You're listening to The Drill. It's a GFL Friday.
The Drill. From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. Find Florida Gators basketball on 1010XL.
Rocky Top rolls into the swamp for a Gator lunch date. Tennessee, Florida. Tomorrow at noon on 1010XL.
Welcome to Key Buick GMC, proudly family-owned and operated since 1943. Come see why they're North Florida's new and pre-owned truck center, conveniently located on Southside and JTB, just minutes from the St. John's Town Center. At Key Buick GMC, every new vehicle comes with our lifetime powertrain warranty. Key Buick GMC, we are professional grade. Online at keybuickgmc.com. Lifetime powertrain warranty covers engine, transmission, drivetrain only. Exclusions apply. See dealer for details.
Welcome back to Winter Hack Radio, the place for clever hacks to survive the season. Icy driveway? Well, try spreading sand or birdseed to help with traction. Snowy puppy paws? Well, grab a whisk, brush it off, done. Catch COVID-19? Well, just get...
Actually, there's no hack for COVID-19. But if you test positive, prescription medications for COVID exist. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Pregame Friday, built by Dreamfinders Homes on 1010XL.
Start the fresh new you with Local Fair Jacks, the online farmers market delivering fresh local food to your door. Start for just $7 with code FRESH1010 at localfairjacks.com.
Some plumbing companies say they're local, right up until you realize their headquarters are in New York City. At Hall & Sons Plumbing, we're actually from here. Born, raised, and fixing leaks right here in Jacksonville. Hall & Sons Plumbing. Local, family, real.
Hey, Jacksonville DDH. Dreamfinders Danny Hicken here with the scoop from Dreamfinders Homes, your National Builder of the Year. We've got first-year interest rates as low as 2.99% in homes in 20-plus communities throughout Northeast Florida. If you're house hunting, make sure your first pick Dreamfinders Homes, the proud official home builder of the PGA Tour, the Florida Gators, and your Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit dfhsalesevent.com today and tell them Dreamfinders Danny sent you.
Jimerson Burr is a full-service, Florida-based commercial law firm that has experience and capabilities to handle any legal issue a business is confronted with. Learn more about what they can do for you at jimersonfirm.com.
Are you looking for a place to outfit your truck or van? It's Catlin Truck Accessories. For 105 years and 4 generations, Catlin is the name you can count on. This is Keith Catlin, and we know trucks and vans too, from Lear toppers, ladder racks, van shelving, strobe lighting, roll and lock bed covers, and everything in between. If you want quality products and great customer service, there's only one name. It's Catlin.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
For 105 years, you can count on Catlin.
Checkmate.
I'm Brendan Cecilia, founder of Checkmate Coatings.
And I'm Chester, the adorable chess man on the trucks.
There are 2 things you should ask yourself about your garage floor. How clean is it now, and how clean would you like it to be? A typical bare concrete floor doesn't just collect dirt, it makes dirt.
It is literally made of dirt.
As much as you sweep and mop, the dust and grit just never ends.
And drips from your car seep into the pores, staining the concrete forever.
A Checkmate multi-layer floor resists drips and stains. It comes in your choice of dozens of colors and sweeps up sparkling clean in just seconds.
No need to wear shoes in the garage and track dirt back in the house.
Gorgeous?
Check. Durable?
Check. Tidy enough to walk on wearing clean white socks? Checkmate.
Transforming your floors, making them great. Checkmate.
Visit checkmatecoatings.com. That's checkmatecoatings.com.
Hey, David again here with Royal Pet Services. It's that time of year when rodents start making their way into our homes. Layson, tell them what they need to get in.
A quarter-size hole.
That's right. That's all they need. Hey, tell them where to go for a free attic and exterior inspection.
Visit RoyalPetServices.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch.
It's off to the national title game for the Miami Hurricanes. Shout out Kane the Nation this morning. Probably not up yet, buddy. Probably up late. Might have a bit of a headache. Get a little bit of that South Florida flu, if you know what I mean. Miami will play for the Natty next week. It'll be at home at Hard Rock. It'll be either Oregon or Indiana. And Carson Beck stepped up in winning time. His stats were never terrible, but it didn't feel like he was in total control and humming along with that offense until it mattered. In the last 7 minutes of the fourth quarter, 4 plays, 75 yards, touchdown. Game-winning drive, 15 plays, 75 yards. Did that with a rushing touchdown, went 6 of 8 for 54 yards there. He came through in the end. And the Mandarin High School product, the transfer portal edition from Georgia, last man standing, or at least among the last 2. Will it be the Heisman Trophy winner? Or will it be, is it time for Dan Lanning and his Oregon Ducks program to take it to another level? I just checked out Kurt Signetti's resume, though. Google him. All right, moving on to the Jaguars. And first, just a bit of a heat check. I mean, we're reveling in all of the positive, exposure. I do think that if you did a poll of every talking head and website and podcast and Twitter post that were predicting the games this weekend, I bet you the overall public vote would be about 70% of people would be picking the Jags. They recognize what's going on here, how well this football team is playing. But there's certainly a healthy respect for Buffalo. If you don't live in Jacksonville, you think the Jaguars got the worst possible draw. I think here we'd be just as wary of Houston. But if you live anywhere else, buddy, don't get it twisted. This is the worst opening round matchup you could have gotten, the Buffalo Bills. Bills favored by 1.5. I'm sure Liam Cohen is using that. And while most around the country are I'd say even go so far as to say projecting the Jaguars to win. Bill Barnwell, who breaks things down to the nth degree, but from both an analytic and common sense perspective, I like the fact that he uses the numbers, he uses his eyes. He's somewhat of kind of an analytics nerd, a little bit. But I feel always been, at the very least, Jag fair, and sometimes even seem Jag friendly. First, I'll skip to the end, spoiler alert, and his Super Bowl matchup, by the time things wind their way to the season finale, is the Rams, who beat the Seahawks in the NFC Championship game, against the Buffalo Bills, who has the 6th seed make their march to their first Super Bowl under Josh Allen. So spoiler alert, as I tell you how he sees the Jaguar game playing out, he's got the Bills in the Super Bowl, so we know how that ends. This is the game of the weekend for me, Barnwell writes, as we'll get Josh Allen with a week of rest against Trevor Lawrence in the best form of his career. The 85 QBR the last 5 games is second in the NFL behind Drake May. 8.3 yards per attempt over that span, throwing 15 touchdown passes, just 1 interception. Can he sustain through the postseason? He's got to continue taking that step forward. I'll remind folks, and I think he's a much different, better quarterback on a different, better offense. But at the end of 22, when the Jaguars got hot, you'll remember Trevor Lawrence had 15 touchdowns, 2 picks in the final 4 games, was playing, quote, the best football of his career, and had 4 interceptions against the Chargers. Can't have that. He calls, he talks about the impact of Jacoby Myers and, can the Bills stop the Jags on the ground? I've talked about the Bills' run defense. Buffalo has given up 28 gains of 15 or more yards. That's the most of any team in the postseason. The Jags haven't been good at that, though. They're 27th in rush attempts of 15 plus. It's a big day for the line, for Travis Etienne. Ultimately, at the end of the day, he says he sees the Bills winning a shootout 28-24. I hope Billy Barnwell's wrong. When it comes to stopping the Bills, it is such a two-pronged fear. First and foremost, they've got their Superman, Josh Allen. Can beat you with his legs, beat you with his arm. He's a terrific one-man wrecking crew. But the strength of their team has been running the football with the number 1 running back in the NFL and James Cook. Something's got to give. Jaguars' number 1 rush defense against the number 1 rushing attack.
I think it's just an opportunity for us to play with technique and do our job. That's kind of the way we're looking at it. That's the way the guys in the room are looking at it. That's how I'm looking at it. They challenge you in so many ways with their run game. They make everybody tackle. They do a really good job in their combinations, do a good job playing with their hands as an offensive line. Really everybody, I would say. I think their perimeter does a very good job blocking. And that's generated a lot of the big runs for them down the field, even in the screen game. You know, they've which are an extension of the run game. They've done a great job on the perimeter blocking. So it's a challenge at every level of the defense. And the running back obviously is elite. I think he does a tremendous job. Cook does a tremendous job of finding cracks. You know, you look at some of the stuff on tape and there's nowhere to go, and he pops through there. So he's an elite back, and obviously the quarterback's an elite runner as well. But they have a bunch of good backs, you know. So they've really given everybody fits this point in the season in the run game. So it's a great challenge for us.
And the Jaguars haven't done it completely against chopped liver, okay? There were 17,000-yard backs in the NFL this year. The Jaguars, what was the total we had at gang? The highest individual total they've given up all year is like 74 yards, I think. No running back has gone higher than, it's either 74 or 78. It's in the 70s.
Yeah.
So forget 100-yard rusher. They haven't given up an 80-yard rusher. But consider this, in 17 games, these are the 1,000-yard rushers. Jonathan Taylor, number 3 in the league, played him twice. Kyron Williams ran for 1252 for the Rams, played him. Christian McCaffrey, 1202 for the Niners, played him. Tony Pollard, 1082 for the Titans, played him twice. Rico Dowdle, over 1,000 for the Panthers, played him. Breece Hall, over 1,000 for the New York Jets, shut him down. Kenneth Walker had over 1,000 for the Seahawks. He was held under 80. And Chase Brown went for 1,019, and he was held in check by the Jags. Of the 17,000-yard rushers in the NFL this year, Jaguars played 10 games against them. Most yards given up on the ground somewhere in the 70s. So, yeah, James Cook led the league in rushing, 16-21. Going to have to be more effective, more productive than those 10 guys I just mentioned who couldn't get to 80 on the afternoon. Meanwhile, you'd like to be able to exploit the Bills' defense on the ground, that's for sure. Offensive coordinator Grant Udinsky asked just what stands out about that side of the ball for Buffalo.
You're not going to be number one in pass defense without having really a great group across the board that's highly coordinated, plays hard, great technique, great fundamentals. And they've really mastered that scheme. They do a great job matching route concept, passing different things off, making it challenging. Not only post-snap, they make it challenging pre-snap. They present a bunch of different looks for the quarterbacks, and that causes different issues that show up, whether it's the pass game or the run game. So they present you a lot of issues. Then you get into the front. They do a great job attacking blocks. They do a great job getting off the ball. They've got guys that they can rotate in and out, so they're always fresh on the defensive line. And then you see the athleticism, the linebackers. They have great command of that defense. They're all sideline to sideline guys. They all can cover backs. They can cover tight ends. Then they're out there. They're great in the zone. They make plays on the ball. So it's a solid group across the board.
Buffalo is banged up a little bit in the secondary in particular. Expected to be down a corner. Their safeties are a little banged up as well, so that's something to keep an eye on. Here in Jacksonville, another day did not practice, did not participate for Cole Van Lannon. Now, look, they're going to be safe here. We're at the end of the year. You know, you're going to give that knee as much time as you possibly can. At the very least, a little concerning that we can't see him out there a little bit when he's able to walk out of the locker room following the win over the Titans last week. Gave you some optimism that he would be good to go, if not a full go, good to go for this playoff opener. I will say this about this Jaguars team, and don't minimize this. They've battled through a bunch of different lineup combos due to injury all year long. That offensive line is shuffled around. It's shuffled around in game. We've seen guys play 3 or 4 different positions. We've seen 8 or 9 guys be forced into action. So there's a lot of quality experience there. I know the Jaguars' offensive line overall, we showed you talked about the PFF grades yesterday, ranked 24th overall in the league, but they don't feel like they in any way have been below average to me. They've had their moments where they were, but they've also been good enough to win 13 games, which would seem unlikely if you actually have the 24th best offensive line. Another opening in the NFL, this one from our neighbors to the south. That kicks off a football fix when we return. It's a GFL Friday on The Drill.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
This is your VSIN Action Update. Brought to you by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning. When you're stuck, call the Duck. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
AFC wildcard game at Everbank Stadium Sunday afternoon. The Jaguars are the 1.5 underdog against the Buffalo Bills. 51.5 the total. Quarterback Trevor Lawrence has not thrown an interception in 5 of his last 6 games. Prop bet on the board, under half an interception, plus 102. And wide receiver Parker Washington, 87-plus receiving yards in 3 straight. You can bet him on the alternate receiving yard prop bet line at 80-plus receiving yards at plus 284. Miami will play either Indiana or Oregon for the national title. Peach Bowl tonight, Indiana laying 3.5 against the Ducks. Progressive helping veterans drive their lives forward. More info, keystoprogress.com. With your action update, Mike Sennett, 1010XL.
It's January. You turn on the hot water, expecting steam, and you get let down. That's usually a sign your tankless water heater is loaded with mineral buildup, slowing it down and wearing it out before it's time. So Duck Duck Rooter is kicking the new year off strong with a Start Fresh Tankless Flush. Their experienced technicians flush and clean your tankless system, restoring performance and getting you back in the game. Right now, get your tankless water heater flushed and cleaned for just $99, 904-862-6769 or DuckDuckRooter.com.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking mumbo-jumbo. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices. I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from high heels to wagon wheels. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Frank Frangie here, and Big Chief Tire makes it easier than ever to get the tires you need with the Big Chief credit card. No annual fee, low monthly payments, and great promotional financing. Plus, you get free flat repairs and rotations, and right now, $50 off your first purchase when you sign up. I love how simple they make everything. Visit WeKeepJacksRollin.com to apply for the credit card and get the tires you need today. That's Big Chief Tire.
Flame Broiler, the Rice Bowl King, is turning up the flavor with new char wings. These wings are charbroiled, never fried, grilled to perfection for a big taste without the grease. Grab them as a 3-piece or 10-piece side, or make it a meal with a 6 or 8-piece combo, served with rice and a drink. Order pickup or delivery today from any of Flame Broiler's 5 Jacksonville locations, or call 904-619-2786. Flame Broiler, bold flavor done right. The Jacksonville Icemen are back home this Friday, January 9th, as they battle the Orlando Solar Bears. Friday is Cowabunga Night, a theme night that pays tribute to Jacksonville's cattle days when the city was called Cowford. So celebrate the region's cowboy roots and beachside vibes. Game time 7 o'clock at ViStar Veterans Memorial Arena. Tickets at Ticketmaster, JacksonvilleIcemen.com, or call 904-602-PUCK. Iceman Hockey is #FireWithin.
Hey, Hicken here. This episode is brought to you by Prize Picks. Whether you're starting a new routine or making player picks for the first time, trying something new can be hard. But in life and on Prize Picks, it always feels good to be right. With high-pressure playoff matchups every weekend and elite hoops action almost every night, the action never stops. And Prize Picks lets you take control. You missing your fantasy team? Hey, my league's already over, but with Prize Picks, you don't have to wait until next year's draft to keep playing fantasy. Prize Picks lets you play fantasy football every weekend, even in the playoffs. Pick your favorite players and win when they hit the projections every week. No draft required. On Prize Picks, how you play is up to you. If you want flexibility, choose Flex Play, where you can get paid even if one of your picks misses. And if you want to take the biggest payouts, go for the Power Play. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use code 1010XL to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code 1010XL, $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, it's good to be right.
Don't wait for leaks to tell you it's time. Start the new year with a roof built to last from Romano Brothers Roofing. Serving Jacksonville for over 45 years, their family-owned team handles repairs, full replacements, and residential or commercial installs, including durable metal roofs. They even do remodels and additions. Call 904-246-5649 or visit RomanoBrothersRoofing.com for a free estimate. License number CCC 1328893.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah.
We are back, baby. It's Football Friday. It's a GFL Friday. I got a Shazam Spotlight here coming up momentarily. Touch base. So it's a Miami playing for the national title. How long's it been? Huh? How about this? I was looking at some of the roster. I see E.T.'s in the building. He's headed out on the playoff prowl. He's got swag and T-shirts, and he's stopping at different locations this morning. He'll give us his first check-in. He's going to call in the 8 o'clock hour, get in the 9 o'clock hour, 2 different spots around town where they just come by and get it for free, my man. Huh? They just come by and grab stuff. You're going to be passing it out, juggling around. And I'm not allowed to say where you're going right now. It's top secret. Oh, He's rolling around.
He's doing a combat roll and everything right now. He's ready.
He's excited to be out of that booth, man. Getting out there in his element. So if you don't see him, you'll hear him. ET's out on the playoff prowl this morning. We'll check in with him as we go along. Last time Miami was in this kind of territory, they won the national title back at the turn of the century. Just look at these. It's just highlights from the roster. There's more. But just the highlights from that roster look like a Pro Football Hall of Fame induction ceremony. That's how long it's been and how good that team was. But these guys have all played pro careers, and some have already gone into the Hall of Fame since the last time Miami had this kind of opportunity. But on that team, you ready? How's this for a backfield? Clinton Portis, Frank Gore, Willis McGahee. That was Miami's backfield on that team.
What year was that?
2002, I think.
Wow.
But wait. Andre Johnson was a receiver. Jeremy Shockey was the tight end. And just for whatever, on defense, Jonathan Vilma, Ed Reed.
Oh, you're bringing me back.
Yeah, that was the squad there. But that's how long it's been. And Carson Beck was terrific in the final moments last night. Miami beats Ole Miss, and they'll play for the Natty coming up. I got a Shazam Spotlight that'll get us into the football fix. The Shazam Spotlight brought to you by ShazamAuto.com, Murray Ford Superstores, Stark and Kingsland. Shazam. Take that short drive. You'll get a Shazam, all right. Now, look, there's an asterisk next to this, but nonetheless, it's a bit infotaining to me. The last time the Bears beat the Packers, they play in the playoffs this weekend. I'm going to reset the schedule for you just now that we're here to the weekend and we're so Jag-centric, which games are at which times over the course of the next few days. But the Bears and the Packers have, what? Is it the Saturday night game?
Yeah.
Saturday night, Bears-Packers in the postseason.
On Prime.
What a big rivalry this is, right? Two of the originals. Well, the last time the Bears beat the Packers in the playoffs was the Sunday after Pearl Harbor. Yeah, December 14th, 1941. In other news, they just teed it up and played a week after Pearl Harbor. Sid Luckman passed for 41 yards on 9 attempts. The game had 7 total turnovers. But here's the asterisk. They've only played one time since that matchup. But that's still, nonetheless, I found it comically infotaining. All right, now on to a football fix brought to you by our friends at the home course. Going to get out on that home course today. Amen. The Joint Creek Golf Club and Allstate agent Mandy Bowers in Mandarin. Home, life, business, auto. You would call it a bundle. Lots of coaching openings. They can only hope for a dream team like Mandy's got over there to help all y'all when it comes time. Allstate agent Mandy Bowers in Mandarin. Appreciate her all these years. A mama now for years. Last couple of years. Anywho, I digress. Mike McDaniel either is just so unaware or was trying to wag the dog, or didn't news just come out a couple of days ago from Mike McDaniel he'd be helping with the GM search in Miami? Well, now he can help with the coaching search because Mike McDaniel fired yesterday. A GM hire is expected soon. Who's it? Troy Aikman that's kind of consulting down there with Miami. I'll tell you who makes the most sense to me. And I know there are a lot of names out there, and John Harbaugh obviously is a proven commodity. But, man, it seems like that Rams system has sure spat out a bunch of good coaching prospects. Most have come from the offensive side of the ball. But y'all know who the defensive coordinator is for the Rams? L.A. Rams, second-year defensive coordinator, 39 years old. He kind of fits that mold. Yeah, it's a guy named Chris Shula. Name sound familiar? Yeah, Don Shula's grandson is the defensive coordinator for the Rams and is going to be in the coaching carousel sooner rather than later. Seems like a pretty natural tie-in. If you get a great coach along with that name, it is a grand slam. And, you know, without the name, he's a guy that's going to be positioned in these coaching carousels and windows in the next few years. Maybe this year. We're up to 8 openings now, man. 8. All right, the playoff schedule is upon us. It started with college football, and what a whale of a game last night. Shout out Canes. Tonight it's Indiana, Oregon. Tomorrow, 4:30 in the afternoon, it's the Rams at Carolina. NFC, I mentioned Packers and Bears will be the Saturday night game. Jags kick things off with the 1 o'clock game. It's San Francisco and Philadelphia at 4:30 on Sunday. The Sunday night game is
the Chargers and the Patriots.
Chargers and the Patriots on Sunday night. And then the Monday nighter, and here's a weird stat to throw at you, and we've mentioned it a couple of times this week, and depending on how the Jags do and how interested we are on Monday, we can reiterate it again. The Steelers in their last 23 Monday Night Football games at home, 23-0. Something about some Monday Night magic there at, I almost call it Heinz Field. I don't even know what they call these things anymore. They change.
Who do you have in that one?
You know, it's weird. I kind of feel the same way about this game as I do about Indiana, Oregon, and here's what I mean. I feel like I think Pittsburgh can beat Houston, but I don't think I don't think Pittsburgh can beat Denver. Like, I think Houston can beat Denver. I don't think Pittsburgh can beat Denver, but I think Pittsburgh can beat Houston.
Yeah.
I'm still going to go with that red-hot Texans defense to get just enough done, but it wouldn't shock me. And I feel the same way. I feel like Oregon can beat Indiana, but I don't feel like Oregon can beat Miami, and I think Indiana will. So maybe it's matchups or however, whatever category that falls into. But back to your initial question, I think I would lean to the Texans until, the only team hotter right now with 9 straight is Houston. So we shall see. Point is, that's going to be a good slobber knocker of a Monday night game to close off the playoff weekend that includes all the nervousness. Man, I was nervous watching Ole Miss and Miami in the fourth quarter of the game. What kind of wreck are we all going to be Sunday afternoon? Hopefully they get off to a fast start. We've talked about the Bills have kind of been befuddled by some slow starts this year, and when they've started slow, those have been the games they've struggled. When you start slow, it gives you less time to pile up points, because I told you, every game the Bills this year have scored 21 points, they've won. 12-5 this year. If they get 21, they win. At least that's been the formula. We shall see. All right. Falcons going to interview their former quarterback, Matt Ryan, for a new president role. This got Tony Baselli vibes written all over it. Get a foundational piece to your franchise, a popular player, a Hall of Fame level player, get his legacy, his experience, his vibe in the building. By the way, how fast did the Buccaneers offense fall without Liam Cohen? How important was he? Offense coordinator Josh Grizzard fired yesterday after 1 year. That's Football Fix. You're welcome. Hick and Rival more come your way next. ET's out on the playoff prowl. He'll check in with us a couple of times this morning as well. Aaron sits in the production studio in his stead this morning, all on a GFL Friday right here on The Drill.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. Every great engine has something special under the hood.
Woo! Hey, you want to drive?
It's the Randy Marion Cadillac of Jacksonville drive of the game.
Boom, drive it, set up, there you go.
On 1010XL.
Gotta be 6, fellas. We gotta get 6.
Frank Frangie here. Nimnik Buick GMC is proud to be the #1 Buick GMC dealer in Jacksonville. Earned by treating customers with courtesy, respect, and fairness. All part of Nimnik's Treating You Right guarantee. The most Buicks, GMCs, and Jacksonville's only Car Bravo dealer. Nobody but Nimnik. For 3 generations, Nimnik has been the place customers keep coming back to. They treat you right, and they give a bunch back to the community. Visit NimnikBuickGMC.com today to learn more, or visit their showroom off Phillips Highway. GMC, we are professional grade.
Need electric vehicle repair? Guardian Collision is expert certified for any electric vehicle. Trust the home team for auto body repair on your EV. Guardian Collision. They guard what moves you at GuardianCollision.com.
Life happens every day, and sometimes it gets in the way. That's why 1010XL makes it easy to listen to your favorites. If you missed it, get it on demand.
At 1010XL.com.
Channeled by Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic and Air Conditioning.
The best wings in town are coming to River City Marketplace. Leon Searcy here. Wingstop is opening another North Jacksonville location soon at the end of December. You always get fresh, made-to-order wings in 11 flavors, including original, hot, garlic parm, and of course, lemon pepper. Wingstop now has 18 locations in Jacksonville, always open until 1 a.m. So skip the wait and order your wings online at wingstop.com and swing by to pick up at the brand new Wingstop location in River City Marketplace.
the flagship station of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Bueller. Stay cooler with Bueller.
Hey, pal, is that a turtleneck? Can't you feel it, Jason? There's a chill in the air, a definite nip. I mean, it is January. In Jacksonville, Jason. I didn't come here for cold. Well, I wouldn't call this. Cold weather gives me the sniffles. Sniffles turns to pneumonia. Suddenly, I'm in a hospital bed with a tube down my throat because Florida didn't get the memo about ignoring winter. So, switch over to heat. What if my system can't remember how to heat? Dude, put on these sunglasses. Whoa. Bueller Air and Plumbing can make sure your system is ready to switch from cooling to heat. We'll clean your heating coil to get rid of that burning dust smell and make sure you have the coolant pressure to keep your heat pump pumping out the heat. I had no idea these sunglasses worked in the winter.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
This is Dave Barker with IHRS. Are you frustrated with those trendy pills and lotions that claim to make your hair thicker and fuller? Tired of your hair falling out? Our hair restoration solutions have helped over 10,000 men and women restore their hair in as little as 2 office visits.
Call 904-777-IHRS. That's 904-777-4477 or go to hairforme.com. Running a small business is tough, so the Florida Small Business Development Center at UNF provides a free business checkup, a personalized analysis that helps you boost profits, your online presence, and increase your company's value. No cost, no strings attached. It's guidance from experts who understand what it takes to succeed in business. Whether you're just starting out or ready to expand, it's time to act. Complete a request for consulting at unf.edu/SBDC.
Ticket here for Action Garage Door. Nothing more frustrating than your garage door misfiring. When it does, I call Action Garage Door. They take action. Jeff and Art and crew, Jacksonville folks, not some big out-of-town chain. Something goes wrong with your garage door, take action. Check them out. Garage Door 911, garagedoor911.com.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by Baker Glass. Ex-Jag and NFL analyst Bucky Brooks discussed the threat of the Bills QB.
Don't want to play man-to-man a ton against Josh Allen because when he breaks, then that leads to explosive games for him.
Carson Beck with his legs puts Miami on top.
Jacksonville's Carson Beck led the Kings to a CFP semifinal win over Ole Miss on Thursday evening in the Fiesta Bowl. That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
Currently at 7:04 at 62 degrees. Your time and your temp is brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. Ladies and gents, please put your hands together as Dan Hicken enters the studio.
This is how we do. It's Friday. Gotta get down on Friday. Everybody's looking forward to the weekend.
You know it! Sweet Friday! I need a little motion, please. Hey! Ho! Hey! Ho! Hey now. Sweet Friday. Take it, Friday. Friday's wearing Jag colors. You know that. You don't mess around. The most important football Friday in the history of the Jaguars. Well, that's fair. That's fair. That's their mantra, right? The most important game in franchise history is the next one. It's right here, right in front of us. Yeah. Away we go. I'm getting more nervous as we get closer to the game. That typically happens with me. Yeah. I'm still, confident, but if you're not a Jag fan, if you don't live here, the thought everywhere is that the Jags got the toughest matchup. Yeah. Right? Like anyone else, like, oh man, I feel for the Jags. They got the worst matchup possible with Josh Allen and the Bills coming to town. I think here we would give equal danger and threat level to Houston, wouldn't we?
Most. I didn't.
You didn't, yeah.
No,
I did. I was
not-
in that.
Yeah, I don't want to play Buffalo.
No,
but I'm
you don't want to
listen,
play any of them. That's
you
the
gotta
playoffs.
play them. It doesn't. It is what it is. But if I had my druthers, and I was saying this way back because I said, "Oh my God, it's going to be Buffalo," and I was like, "I just not the one I want to play."
No, Chargers is who everyone wants. We'll see how they do. Maybe
Yeah,
they go
might
beat
win.
New England.
It wouldn't shock me.
Right.
It is a coin flip AFC. That's what we've been saying all year. So you're just gonna, if you call tails, you're gonna need tails to show up.
Well, and if the it's a big game too from this standpoint. If the Chargers beat the Patriots and the Jags win, we get a second home game next week.
That'd be great.
Yeah,
that'd be great. Or we could see
I just win our games.
go on the road for the second one and come back home for the third one. Who knows?
I'll play them all three on the road. Play them on the moon. I don't care.
Yeah.
Let's go play ball.
Yeah.
I just hope we can continue with this confidence. It seems genuine. You know the difference between a team has got
definite confidence
on a roll and they're feigning confidence, or they believe they're confident. This one, you can just sense it.
Yeah, it's just interesting. I don't know the psyche because obviously
we're not in the locker room as much.
we haven't played at that level. But like Ole Miss Miami last night. Ole Miss had confidence they were going to win that game, and a lot of people kept saying, "Yeah, but Miami in the trenches is tough." By the way, Vegas, nice job, 3.5 points. So
yeah, right on
it. I hate you.
The Miami,
but so Ole Miss is playing in that game. And all of a sudden, even against Georgia, it was a lot easier. It wasn't easy against Miami. You got to earn everything. Everything's a little tighter. Everything's a little, then they pop a run and their running back bangs his hammy, and that was basically.
I think the Ole Miss offensive line did way better than expected. Like the pressure was not on Chambliss for most of that. I got him a couple times, but like Bain and the other dude had 24 pressures the first two games. Deep into that game, they had one all evening. So Ole Miss, especially in the second half, but the Miami offensive line road graded them.
Yeah,
and I thought, I mean, listen, this is when you can nitpick, but the play that Carson Beck scored on. It was like second and goal from the 3. You had a timeout left. I said, this is tailor-made. You hand it to Fletcher or you hand it to the running back, and even if you don't make it, you call timeout and then throw it.
Yeah.
But they threw. I thought that was a dumb decision, but it worked when he scrambled in.
I'll tell Joe you that I don't ever want to hear about the Miami-Ohio State PI again because that Miami defensive back on that last play of the game grabbed that kid and held him the whole way down the field.
Yeah, they never call that one.
They won't call it.
Yeah,
the
never
whole way
call
down
it.
the field.
I would teach to grab them, too. They never call that play on the Hail Mary.
Although that one didn't have to be a Hail Mary. I thought, because if you looked from up top, I thought that I would have taken the 7-8 yards. The corner was 12 yards off the ball. He could have turned, thrown it to him. He could have ran for 6 yards and got out with it.
I thought the biggest sequence in the game, it was 17-16.
Yeah.
Ole Miss was driving.
Yeah.
Miami was
Field
discombobulated.
goal.
They had a couple
Yeah.
of dumb penalties. They had it first and goal at like the 4 or the 6. and they couldn't get it in. They had to kick a field goal.
Yeah.
And if they score there, the whole game is on a different scoring track. And we're in at least overtime.
But anyway, kudos. Yeah, Carson played well. Probably his best game in
Especially
a
at the
long
end.
time. Yeah.
He looks like his arm looks a little deader than it used to. He didn't quite have the it felt like, but those intermediate passes, especially those last couple drives, he was spot on.
Yeah.
And the best catch that wasn't a catch I'll ever see before they bury me. The Tony catch on the sideline, the one that he barely missed. I mean, he Odell'd it, but like moving 10 miles an hour in the other direction.
Yeah.
That was unreal.
Yeah. Yeah. It was,
But they called it a catch at first and then not. But
anyway, it was a good game.
Yeah, good for them. And they're home for the title game.
Yeah. Yeah. So
I think if you're Miami, you want Oregon, no?
Yeah.
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 Jeff, going back to that catch question, because you saw when he did that, I think his heel came down first and then his...
No, his toe came down first,
Oh,
but
that's what
you
it was.
got to complete it in that case.
Is
Unless
that a
you're,
rule?
Yeah, it slowed down to look... That's more just his foot came down. It wasn't enough of just a toe to call that the possession.
The only thing I don't understand about the Carson Beck narrative is he's been through a lot.
I think they're talking about this injury, this arm injury for the most part.
Okay.
I believe so.
Well, he bounced right back from it. I mean, he got hurt at the end of a season. He was like 20. He was terrific at Georgia.
It didn't end well in Athens. The way it ended on the field, the disagreements
But
with.
talk about it. Adversity. He's been through it. Come on,
fair.
man.
Yeah. Making a lot of money
$4
along the
million.
way.
Yeah,
One of the first highly paid NIL guys.
I didn't.
Basically, I mean, and that's fine and that's fair. And
then I got Herbie on his high horse.
Georgia
again.
kicked him out and told him they didn't want him anymore. I mean, that happened.
Okay.
So there's some, you got to come back from that.
The other thing,
and he's injured at the time, so it's like,
I can't take Herb Street
Oh, no.
anymore. I'm
What
done.
happened?
I'm done with him.
What was last night's?
This is a message to all you college football teams, and I just got to get it off my chest, but it's still a team game, and Indiana's great, and they're doing it without 5 stars. So, okay, Kirk, I won't recruit 5 stars then.
This narrative about Indiana.
Shut up.
They've developed. He's developing football
I'm
players.
so tired of Mr. Pontificator who sits there. Oh, gosh. Get out of here.
Herbie,
who died and made you, Buck? Give me the pony back.
Is he the
somebody call the pony.
Where's the pony?
I want the pony back.
Pony right now.
Pony never did any of that.
Locking kids in a shed somewhere.
Yeah.
That was Pony's kid, wasn't it? They got locked in.
Allegedly.
Yeah. God rest his soul.
Pony. Yeah.
The perpetrator, the alleged perpetrator. Got another NFL coaching opening. What do you imagine?
Yeah.
This is how unaware Mike McDaniel is. The guy goes, damn near crowing about he'll be a part of the GM search, and 2 days later he can also be a part of the coaching search. Because, get your book bag. This guy, you feel like comes to work with a backpack, don't you? Mike McDaniel. Yeah, he doesn't come in with a briefcase. He comes in with a backpack.
I told you when I watched the Hard Knocks thing, and he got worse. And when he didn't want to answer a question, I've never seen a coach just and slur his way to an answer. So will Tua be your starting quarterback next year? In the performance, it's so odd, but I just feel like, and he did play at Yale, or he was on the Yale football team, okay? But he's just such a nerdy little fella. And I don't know in that macho world if you can carry that.
If you put together like an unlikely former football players, it'd be him, Seacrest. There's like some guys that played at a decent level that you would have never figured.
Yeah, but I don't know. So anyway,
which chain is he from? He's from the 49ers chain, isn't he?
Yeah. So Mike McDaniel gets bounced, which was
it wasn't working.
No surprise. I'm assuming that the message down there to the owner was, kind of like here.
Just reset.
You got to reset. You can't keep one and not the other. Then you got this uneven.
Are you surprised nothing's filled yet?
No,
it's just quick. Yeah, you got to do all the interviews. But it feels like, the longer you wait, the less candidates are out there. We've been in that cycle before.
Depends on who you want.
I mean, the Jags, though, were probably 4th or 5th to hire theirs last year, and he got arguably the best one.
Well, and that's the only interview he did.
Yeah.
Nobody talked to Liam.
Yeah.
Liam Cohen probably has a chip on his shoulder over that too.
Yeah.
He has his own personal chip, I think, because in the end, really only the Jags interviewed him. So, I don't know. But yeah, so
it's amazing how quickly
the quickest assumption with Miami is, okay, Harbaugh's going there. But now they're saying, no, we're putting a premium on the GM. And so if the GM, the GM's gonna have a huge say in who the coach is.
It seems like a good meeting point for storyline and talent might be Shula's grandson. They say he's going to be a head coach, defensive coordinator for the Rams. 39. He kind of fits the mode. Like he'd be hireable on his own merit, but that's a natural. If you're good, that's a grand slam hire.
Which Shula's his dad?
I think it's David.
David.
I think.
David. It is David. David was a head coach too.
Yeah, at the Bengals, right?
Yeah. Yeah, David is his dad. So
Mike Shula never made it to head coach, right? Coordinator he made.
Was a head coach at Alabama.
No, right, but I'm saying at the NFL level.
No.
Wasn't Mike Shula our coordinator maybe for a breath or a quarterback coach?
Yeah. Mike Shula's been a lot of places. He was just fired as a South Carolina OC.
That's too bad.
Yeah.
Tough times for the Shula clan. But Chris, this would be, like I said, it would be a grand slam walk-off if he's good. And those young Rams coaches are all good. So there's a reason, right? Even if you were the Falcons or whoever. So.
All right, Dreamfinders Homes Poll question kind of went back to something we talked about yesterday. And by the way, Dreamfinders Football Friday, final day to take a tour of a Dreamfinders Homes model home and register to win 4 club seats and parking for this Sunday.
What?
A lot of folks are looking for
this week's game?
Yeah. A lot of folks are looking for ways to get tickets. A lot of folks are wondering, where's he? Does he have free tickets?
He is out on the playoff prowl.
Is he giving away tickets?
No, but he's got a bunch of swag, and he's going to join us in the 8 o'clock hour and let us know where he is. Well, we're not allowed to say, apparently. It's a big surprise.
Okay. Well, anyway, I can tell you where you need to go here. You need to go Dreamfinders Homes, model home. You register to win 4 club seats and parking for Sunday's wild card game.
There you go.
The winner will find out end of business today. So find your model and next home at DreamFindersHomes.com. Great interest rate incentives and ready to move in homes.
So let me get it straight. You just got to go to the model home and fill out.
Yeah, go to DreamFindersHomes.com. Has all the information of where you go to just view a model home, register. Might win 4 club seats and parking. And parking.
Yeah, that's worth it. That's like when you go to Disney for the timeshare.
Yeah.
Well, when you were a kid.
We didn't do that. We did Myrtle Beach.
Well, whatever. You know what I mean.
Damn you, Reagan. What have you done? Reagan, is this a time?
And you tell them straight up front, and they don't stop.
They won't stop.
I tell them, listen, I'm just going to be honest. We came here because of the deal. I am not buying property.
Yeah.
I'm not. And they just keep going.
And
they
then
bring in the next guy.
And then my dude got mad at me, too, like when I said no.
This can't be uncommon.
I said, I'll sit through it.
Yeah.
But
I'm not buying anything.
He said, just sit through. I'll sit through it. I'm going to take you over there.
Yeah.
Bro,
Anyway. Same thing.
Here's the question for Dreamfinders Homes. Again, which of these scenarios would you prefer Sunday at game's end? Jags need the touchdown to win. Jags D needs to stop to win, or Little from 60 to 65.
Well, we kind of the 3 we threw out there. I'm going to stick where I was. I'm always going to say, give me the lead. Give me. Regardless, it's not about who do you trust more. I would agree.
You want the Jags D?
Yeah, I want to have the lead. If you're telling me there's a late game scenario, give me first and foremost the one where we have the lead.
What say you, Aaron?
It kind of scares me to put Josh Allen in that situation where he has to score because I think that's when he's the most dangerous. But I'm with Jeff. I think I'd rather have the lead.
Interestingly enough, our fans
Cam Little.
Take Cam Little right now.
I will say this. I have a lot. I think that if you
that's a long damn kick.
I think if you put him out there between 60 and 65, that he would make it. Now, part of what happens in the game up to then might affect that.
I think I might have heard yesterday. Don't quote me on this, but you can research it if you'd like, if it means that much to you, that no one has ever made a 60-yard plus field goal in the playoffs.
Sounds believable.
Huh.
Crazy, huh?
If the Jags play 4 playoff games, that's what a trip to the Super Bowl would mean. I predict he'll hit a 60-yarder.
Oh, yeah.
But how many? He only had the 260s. So it's not like, sometimes it's just, fate. It's 59.
But they're a long one. The longest field goal in NFL postseason history is jointly held 58 yards. Pete Stoyanovich of the Miami Dolphins in 1991.
Yeah, I remember that.
And Graham Gano.
I think that was against the Chiefs, Stoyos.
Graham Gano of Carolina.
Huh, now that one I don't remember.
No kicker has yet made a 60-yarder in the playoffs. 58 yards.
Yeah, I think you posed the question.
Bucker hit a 57-yarder in the Super Bowl.
You put the scenario, you brought up the scenario earlier this week. I thought that was an interesting one. When do we get to the point that it's just part of a natural drive? Do you trot him out there from 62?
Yeah.
Like so far, when the plus 60s have been you have to. It's
62. I think he'll use him.
So middle of the first quarter, the Jags drive to the 45-yard line.
Say 65.
No, I'm going to give you say 62.
It's fourth and what? Fourth and what?
6.
Okay. Because that matters, too.
Yeah, 2, he'd just go.
Liam, he's going.
Yeah. They never punt from the 45 anymore in some form or if you've got a kicker like so to the scenario, Jags get the ball, they take the ball, they get a couple first downs, the drive stalls at the 45-yard line of Buffalo. It's 4th and 7.
I'm getting my 3.
You're gonna run him out there and give them the ball at the 40.
Damn sure ain't punting.
I hear you. Oh no, I can't punt.
I'm either going for it or
You might go for the 4th and 6, but you sacrifice another 6-7 yards if you miss it by field goal. I think I'd give it. But are we going to get to that point? It's just now there's also this. The guy never kicks if it's a 38-yarder, so who knows?
Also true. But we're just warming
What
up.
a weapon.
We got a big Friday.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
You're darn right we do. And we got the 10-minute drill when we return. It's a GFL Friday on 1010XL.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. Saturday and Sunday, we watch the games.
We're all on the same page then.
We spend Monday talking about what we saw. Sink your teeth into Dandy Foods Post-Game Monday. Makers of quality fresh sandwiches and home of the good stuff on 1010XL.
Here's hoping for a raise the roof football season. And here's knowing Next Gen Roofing is up for any job. Game day or storm season, you need a team you can trust. And you know what? You don't need a glitzy roofing company. No shortcuts, no gimmicks, no nonsense. Solid roofs at competitive prices and a commitment to the First Coast community. Right now, save up to $300 on your next roof replacement. When you need a roof, you need Next Gen Roofing. Team with you, it's a win every time.
Downtime with Dan is serviced by the local family-owned company for home comfort and your statewide mechanical partner for the biggest projects, Lloyd's Heating and Air.
Hey, we got your Canes over here. Whoosh, whoosh. Impressive performance by Miami as they have now steamrolled through the postseason and beat Texas A&M, beat Ohio State, beat Ole Miss, and now they're staring at a national championship back home in Miami at Hard Rock. That's as good as it gets. Great opportunity for Jacksonville's own Carson Beck, who's been around a long time playing college football and used his legs well last night. Maybe even watched a little bit of Trevor Lawrence. Saw a couple lanes and took them, and Miami was able to get it done. But what really impresses about Miami is that front. Their fronts are tough, and that offensive line is tough, and they ran, and Ole Miss just couldn't stop them. And in the end, Miami advances, and the SEC missing from a championship game again for the third straight year.
I'm Chris Campione. Veterans have given so much in the service of our country, but when it comes to legal challenges, you shouldn't have to fight alone. At Campione Law, we're here to help veterans like you get the support and compensation you deserve. Whether it's a workplace injury, a personal injury claim, or navigating a veteran's disability claim, we'll stand by your side every step of the way. Your service to our country matters. Let us serve you with the dedication and respect you deserve. Call Campione Law for a free consultation today. Campione Law, fighting for veterans, fighting for justice. Visit CampioneLaw.com.
Campione Law. Big personalities, bold opinions, lunch just got louder. Josie, Matt, and Leon are XL Prime Time from the big #1 Duval Ford Studios.
Any questions? Yeah, when's lunch?
Noon to 2 on 1010XL.
Hey, gang. Hicken here for my friends at Beaches Dermatology and beachesdermatology.com. For all your skincare needs, all your skincare products, that is the place to go. Listen. I've had things like hydrofacials done at Beaches Dermatology off Solano Road. Shout out to all the fine ladies over there who took great care of me. And that was fantastic, man. It's like a massage of the face, man. You got to get your lady one of those or go do it yourself. You'll be glad you did. What a peaceful hour. Oh, in the hectic world, take some time. Treat yourself. Pamper yourself. And listen, protect yourself from the sun. You don't want to go see Doctors Boudreaux, Doctors Metz, and Dr. Fader with the Mohs surgery, but they'll take great care of you if you have to. But if something does show up, get it checked out. Don't wait, man. Skin is nothing to play with. Skin cancer can be deadly. So go to beachesdermatology.com, find the location best to serve you. You'll be glad you did. Again, I go to the one off Solano Road, beachesdermatology.com, and Beaches Dermatology for all your skincare needs.
Looking to elevate your game night experience? Look no further than Best Bet. We're not just a card room, we're your destination for excitement, fun, and big wins. Whether you're a seasoned player or new to the game, we have something for everyone. Join us at Best Bet Jacksonville, Orange Park, or St. Augustine for thrilling tournaments, exciting promotions, and a vibrant atmosphere that will take your game night to the next level. Elevate your game night at Best Bet. Visit bestbetjacks.com to learn more. That's bestbetjacks.com.
I'm Clayton Bromberg, the chairman of Underwoods. With Christmas behind us in 2026 here, the last thing you want to hear is somebody trying to sell you something. That's why at Underwoods, we'd like to stop and just say thank you to all the people that came in our stores over the last year. Whether you bought from us or not, we want to thank you for coming in and giving us the chance to help. You see, in North Florida, there are a lot of people trying to sell you jewelry, but at Underwoods, we consider it an honor for somebody to come in and just give us that chance to help. And if we do a good job, we might get a chance to serve again. Having served North Florida since 1928, all of us here understand what a customer really gives us during that visit to Underwoods. Their trust. And it's up to us to do everything we can to keep it. So on behalf of everybody on the Underwood team, thanks again for coming into our stores, and we wish each of you a Happy New Year.
Baloo here for Smunez Vision. Why Smunez Vision? Well, I've been with Dr. Neil Smunez now since I got back to Jacksonville in 2006. 37 years of experience he has. Smunez Vision is a family organization that focuses on personal high-quality medical and surgical eye care. Dr. Catherine Smunez is fellowship trained in cornea and cataract surgery and all refractive surgery. Combined, that's 30 years plus in laser eye surgery. Visit SmunezVision.com today. Care you can see.
Daly's Dash is not only your Jaguars game day stop, but a great place to grab a meal any day of the week. To
honor the Jags and the fans, we've crafted the Duval sub. The Duval comes with freshly sliced turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheese, topped with crisp lettuce, fresh tomatoes, and a double portion of our secret sauce, all served on a fresh roll. Come by your local's Dailies Dash today to get your delicious Duval sub. Dailies is the official convenience store sponsor of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's team time, Farah doesn't flinch. And now, let's light up the Firehouse Subs 10-minute drill.
Hit it! Yeah, we got sports concepts. We got sports rationalizations. We got a 10-minute drill coming your way. At the end of the drill, we like to hand out a prize pack. Aaron, filling in for E. Do you know what we're handing out today, sir? Or if I put you in a bad spot?
Can't hear you.
I can find out. Sorry.
That's
find out.
We'll have something. That's enough.
We've had that oil change this week, so.
Yeah, probably that. I
Wes-
could use one of those, by the
Correct,
way. That's
yeah.
one of those things I'm bad about procrastinating.
You have it, Aaron?
5 free oil changes at 4.7-star customer.
A free oil.
A free oil
Yeah,
change.
A free oil. We have 5 overall.
Tell us where it
5
is.
overall.
Tell us where you can get it.
I'm going to mispronounce this.
Valvoline
instant oil change.
There you go.
Nice.
All right. We'll have that for you at the end of the drill. West Florida transfer quarterback Marcus Stokes committing to Memphis, so congratulations to him.
Yeah, he was the Nice product. He got in trouble because he sang a song's lyrics.
Yeah.
And Florida pulled his Scully, and he went out to West Florida and had a really good, especially second half of the year this year. So that's a good spot for him to land.
I was watching a highlight. I hate to do this to you, FSU fan.
Oh, no.
How the mighty have fallen.
Oh, boy.
But I was watching a highlight. It was FSU Clemson. Okay.
This year?
No.
Okay.
That's why. It's an old one.
Yeah.
And Scott Bentley
Sure.
was kicking a field goal.
Okay.
All right.
Scott Bentley came in after FSU had all those wide rights. He was supposed to fix the kicking game. He was like, kicker recruits aren't usually big news, but FSU was such a big program and he was such a good one. And that was a big recruiting story.
Pro Football Hall of Famer Brian Dawkins
Okay.
blocked the field goal attempt.
All right.
All right. Or the PAT. Let me see if it might be a PAT. Hold on, stand by. Let's see what it is. It's kind of small. I can't quite. It's a PAT. Okay. He blocks it. He picks it up. He starts running down the field. Okay.
Doc.
Agent X.
Okay.
He gone. And guess who catches him at the 15-yard line? Scott Bentley.
Yeah, I was going to say Scott Bentley was my context.
And he chased him down, and it preserved. Then I read this. It preserved a 57-0 shutout.
Wow, that's good hustle, isn't it?
Then I'm looking on who's on the kickoff team, and I see William Floyd and Derek Alexander on the extra point team. And I'm sitting there thinking, my God, that was a talented group.
Well,
Bentley, this might have been their national championship year. I don't know.
I thought this.
But my point being, a couple things. Bentley was so athletic, and FSU was so good that Scott Bentley caught a future Pro Football Hall of Famer.
In a meaningless situation.
And they beat the living heck out of Clemson. Clemson was bad maybe that year, but FSU was just so
FSU
good.
also had a year where Miami was in their little down period where they beat the Canes like 45-0 or something over there in Tallahassee. Along those same lines, they're reminiscing about, Miami is Miami football. The Canes are relevant, nationally relevant for the first time since they, blitzed Nebraska and won a natty in like 2002. That roster in 2002, Dan, Willis McGahee, Clinton Portis, Frank Gore, Andre Johnson, Jeremy Shockey, Ed Reed, Jonathan Vilma. And I haven't got into the lines of scrimmage where there were other Pro Bowl level NFL players. That looks more like a Hall of Fame induction ceremony than it does a recall of your last national title. But that's two purposes. One, so you guys know what Miami fan, what Joe U, what he was like, the red meat that he was raised on, that lingers for a while. That's why Joe U has spent 20 years calling like Miami is, Alabama or Ohio State or Georgia. So it reminds you of how good they were, but that's how long it's been. I mean, some of those guys are literally already in the Hall.
Yeah, edges. Do you know who Paul Davis is?
Paul Davis, is he not? He is a. Paul Davis is he not a Detroit Piston?
I don't know.
He's a basketball player?
He played for Michigan State.
Are you talking about the one that got kicked out of the game?
Yeah.
That's where I remember his name from.
So Paul Davis is a Michigan State, played at Michigan State. I don't remember.
A couple nights ago this happened.
He's a fan now.
Yeah.
So he's on the other side of the bench. I mean, not behind the bench, across the court. They stop the play. And the refs are like looking at Izzo, and they're going, "What's up with your guy?" And Izzo just becomes insane. Get him the hell out of here.
He was mad.
He was mad. And Paul Davis comes out there. I want to know what was said that caused him to be ejected. Did anybody ever say what was said?
I guess he was just being
He apologized. He
and
came
loud.
out.
He must have been drunk.
He came. Of course he was.
Yeah, had too many to drink. Is they give him the Oakley treatment, or does he get to come back? They were home again last night. I saw they played Northwestern.
They were losing early. Did they?
Yeah, they
lose?
won.
They
I
won.
wonder if he
Is
showed
Paul
up
back
for
in
that.
his seats?
I don't know. I'm I've got him confused. Paul Reed is the anonymous Pistons player that I was reaching for.
By the way, you might have a snow game tomorrow night.
Good. It was Chicago?
Supposed to be like.
Oh no. Yeah, Chicago.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
That was an interesting stat, quirky because of how the playoffs work. But these two teams have only met once in the post season, and that was the week after Pearl Harbor. Once since then.
Oh, Bears Packers.
Yeah, only twice ever. The first
I
one.
remember Aaron beat him in Chicago.
Yeah.
In maybe a championship game or no? He always lost those.
Yeah.
It must not have been.
Little shot. That's fun. All right. Well, we should mention a couple of things are happening here.
What's happening?
Okay. I want to confirm because these things, like the stock market, can go up and down a little bit. So let me confirm. I'm still on ESPN seeing Buffalo -1.5. Somebody had texted that the line had moved to Jags were favored by 1. So I don't know where you're seeing that, but I imagine some platform that would make sense.
Okay. Things are happening.
See. Heat check for the Jags. So much of even the national media, I think, is picking the Jaguars to win. They recognize the challenge, but they appreciate what Jacksonville's doing. Did you see Bill Barnwell laid out his postseason map, and he has the Bills winning this game in a shootout. Barnwell picked the whole
I
playoffs.
saw that.
He's got the Bills-Rams in the Super Bowl, and he had the Jags, and he gave Jags credit. But it's like I said, if you're not here...
A lot of people don't know Bill Barnwell has a drinking problem.
Wow.
When he wrote that, he was hammered.
Okay. And then a second thing that we should mention here in the 10-minute drill, DJ Lagway looks like he'll land at Baylor.
He is.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, he committed.
Okay,
he
so
committed.
definitely committed.
Yeah.
So a perfect place for us Gator fans to watch him.
Yeah, go get him, DJ.
Yeah, go be the Big 12 quarterback. Take him to the playoff.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm all for that. They need something. Baylor spent a minute there as a good football program, but they've kind of receded back to mediocrity. I think they were 5-7 last year.
All right, 641-1010. Come kind, come courteous, come correct. And we'll let Aaron pick the winner today. Aaron, tell them one more time what they're going to win. A Valvoline oil change from where?
Valvoline, from Valvoline Oil.
Mm-hmm.
Instant oil change at the outlets.
Okay.
Just be caller number, let's say 2.
Caller number 2, 641-1010 right now. This is the drill on 1010
Jags
XL
-1 confirmed. Jags -1 now. The
wow.
line has moved. So
all right. Wonderful.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
Streaming live from the XL Digital Studios. Polished by Harbor Dental Care, the locally owned smile restoration experts.
When it comes to glass, you don't want average. You want flawless. Duval Glass and Mirror has transformed homes and businesses across Jacksonville for over 35 years. Frameless showers that wow. Mirrors cut exactly to your style. Fogged or broken glass replaced. Decorative tabletops. Windows replaced or repaired to stand up to Florida storms. All backed by a 100% guarantee. Visit DuvalGlass.com for your free quote. There's only one name for glass and mirror around these parts. It's Duval!
It's January in Jacksonville, so you turn on the shower knob expecting hot water. Comes up cold.
That's a tough loss to start the day, but Duck Duck Rooter is here to turn things around with the new year. New water heater promotion. Duck Duck Rooter makes replacing that old water heater a winning play. Right now, get a new water heater installed for just $14.99 on select models with standard installation. Call now to schedule your free estimate and take the cold shower off the scoreboard. 904-862-6769 or duckduckrooter.com.
Getting you ready for the game. Pre-game Friday. Built by Dreamfinders Homes on 1010XL.
Like many football fans in Jacksonville, I love defense. I am attorney Lee Lockett, and I'm here to tell you that defense in the courtroom is important as well. That's because penalties for DUI are much more serious than penalties on the gridiron. If you or someone you know is facing a DUI, call us for a free case analysis now. Know before you blow 858-9818. Put my more than 20 years of experience to work for you. Office is Jacksonville, serving all surrounding counties. Call 858-9818 or go to knowbeforeyouBlow.com.
Bring your marketing to the next level with 3D Digital, your local video production and digital marketing agency that specializes in ensuring your brand story is seen, heard, and remembered. Our award-winning team creates professional content that will be launched across multiple platforms to precisely target your audience. Call us at 904-712-4004 or visit 3ddigital.com to define, design, and deliver exceptional results for your business.
New year, new lifetime dreams. Let's build them together. Jeff Breyer here with the Lifetime family of companies, your local backyard
and indoor
home improvement specialists.
That's right, Dad. Lifetime enclosures, lifetime flooring, and lifetime windows.
Glass and screen enclosures, outdoor kitchens, pergolas, replacement windows, all to enhance your home's livability and value.
And a huge flooring showroom with thousands of the latest tile, LVP, hardwood, and carpet selections to help you fall in love with your home again.
Come experience the lifetime difference. Call or visit one of our showrooms today for our limited lifetime offers.
Lifetime enclosures. The Jacksonville Icemen are back home this Friday, January 9th, as they battle the Orlando Solar Bears. Friday is Cowabunga Night, a theme night that pays tribute to Jacksonville's cattle days when the city was called Cowford. So celebrate the region's cowboy roots and beachside vibes. Game time 7 o'clock at ViStar Veterans Memorial Arena. Tickets at Ticketmaster, JacksonvilleIcemen.com, or call 904-602-PUCK. Iceman Hockey is #FireWithin.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah.
All right, welcome back to the program.
Is
Hanging
the
out
five-pack
here.
over? I guess how did it end?
Well, if it's over, I won.
You did.
Because I went 3-2 and you went 2-3. I don't know.
So I lost by 1?
Yeah.
You want to pick this week, or I don't care. There's nothing to win or lose.
I don't care. I mean, I'll take the championship, but I'll pick this week if you want.
Yeah, no, then we won't pick. It's no big deal.
Because we would. The only problem is we'd end up picking the same games.
Well, no, we could go different.
But we'll pick them anyway. We'll pick the playoff games just for fun.
Yeah.
Let's
and
do that.
and you also have the, the game tonight. We disagree on that one.
Oh, you want Oregon?
Yeah. I like the 4.5 or whatever it is.
Okay.
Rams Panthers tomorrow. The Rams are 10.5 points.
Let it ride.
Are 10.5 point favorites. What do you like there?
I take Carolina.
You would?
Yeah,
plus
10.5
at
too
home.
many.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
I have a feeling that the Rams have been laying in the weeds here.
I do too.
And they're going to start showing off this week.
It just makes sense to pick Carolina.
I feel like they're going to get. It does. 10.5's a lot. I think I'd lay it though. I wouldn't.
Let it ride.
I wouldn't play the game. That's too many. And the smart, like you said, would be the Panthers plus 10.5. But and by the way, even more insulting because the Panthers beat the Rams.
Yeah,
this year in Carolina.
With Stafford's worst game, by the way.
Yeah. I feel like it's gonna be tough for Bryce Young.
Yeah, I agree.
They're gonna get after him. I think. All right, Packers are a 1.5 favorite.
I got a feeling on the Pack winning that game for some reason.
There's definitely the DNA advantage goes to Green Bay.
Yeah.
They've been in this a lot. And it's kind of a litmus for Ben Johnson and that offense because this is why it's difficult to win in Chicago this time of year.
Yeah.
Wind blows, it gets cold. Up there in Detroit, buddy, you're indoors. It's just a circus. Do whatever you want, whenever you want. You got to be dictated.
Dodgeball needs a win, a playoff win.
LaFleur?
LaFleur.
Dodgeball.
Dodgeball's got to get. I'm disappointed that America has not glossed that guy Dodgeball.
Is LaFleur? Yeah, Peter LaFleur. Yeah. Well.
I mean, it's a no-brainer on that nickname. You are missing a great opportunity, America.
Maybe Todd claimed it already. Is Todd LaFleur Matt LaFleur's brother?
Was he one of the assistants somewhere?
Todd LaFleur was isn't he the LSU tight end? Wasn't that Todd LaFleur?
Oh, no, not that one. There's another LaFleur who's a coach, though.
Okay.
A question for
you. But you remember Todd LaFleur? Yeah. Didn't he get, decapitated by Monty Groh in Gainesville?
I don't know. What's your question?
Quick question. If the Packers lose, is LaFleur in the hot seat?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I think he needs a win.
Yep.
I don't know. He won't be
You
fired.
think they'll fire him if they lose?
No.
I don't either.
I'll tell you who's on the hot seat if he loses. The guy coming down here.
McDermott?
Oh, yeah.
No way.
Oh, yeah.
No way. Come on.
Yeah.
They're saying that. I would, in fact,
100%.
I would hire an offensive-minded coach. I would make a change if I were Buffalo.
I'd be shocked.
I would make a change if I were Buffalo. I don't know if he's
shocked. I'm trying to tell you, you're a young kid. You don't understand the world like we do.
Seven playoff. And the reason it would come now is because, okay, man, all the excuses are gone.
Yeah.
You know, the only one
That's why they're all saying the pressure's on the Bills and blah, 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 blah.
You don't have home field. That's the only, you know.
If that were to happen, he gets snatched up immediately by someone will get him quickly.
I would think so.
Snatched up immediately.
I think so.
You don't think Baltimore would get him?
No.
Maybe not Baltimore, but I think someone. You know, Cleveland might be a
Aaron,
fit.
You're speaking too confidently, and so it always leads me as a bully and a lean guy to start taking your money and stuff. Like, if this happens, then I'll bet you that McDermott isn't a head coach in 2026.
He's just had so much success. I just can't see him just getting fired off of a playoff loss. I mean,
keep an eye out.
Bills Jags. The line has moved to -1 Jacksonville.
We're all about the Jags.
Go Jags.
Come on.
All right.
It was always the Jags.
I think that if I were power ranking the games by interest level, for me, Bills Jags obviously is one, and the 4:30 game is the second most interesting to me. That's 49ers Eagles. I also sense 49ers somewhat kind of laying in the weeds. They hadn't had Trent Williams, haven't had Ricky Pearsall. They get back to full strength. That's a toss up though. I don't know which way to lean. Philly's a big favorite, 5.5.
I'll take San Fran.
Yeah, me too. Strong San Francisco lean there, getting 5.5 points. Patriots Chargers. Are you surprised that the line's only 3.5?
No, I think that's a good game.
Okay. I'm glad to hear you say that. Obviously, we'll all be rooting for the Patriots.
That Chargers defense is good.
Depending on what we do. Sunday afternoon, if it doesn't go our way, I don't give a
Why would we be rooting for the Patriots?
I mean, I'm sorry, the Chargers.
Oh, okay.
We'd be rooting for the Chargers.
Yeah.
We'll give the Jags a second straight home game.
I think I'd Harbaugh's good. I mean, I don't know. That's a tough one.
I will say
That'd
this.
be my hardest one to pick.
They went. I will say this: the Chargers, through two coaches, have laid some real stinkers in the playoffs. They had the Jag collapse, and then they went to Houston last year in round one. Herbert got picked off 4 times, and they got blowed out, as the kids say. So we'll see.
I think Harbaugh is a culture changer. I don't think it's same old Chargers.
Okay.
You know, just like what Liam did with the Jags. I would, and I know he, like, I don't want to be a negative Nelly here, but let's say the Jags lose. You know, the unthinkable. No one wants to talk about it.
Okay.
But, you know, what would your thought be?
What do you mean?
What would your feelings be come Monday when we're doing this show?
I'd be hurt. I'd be disappointed. It's a great year. It's a growth year.
Yeah.
Now you've immediately put the pressure on you as a contender. It's a different type of pressure next year.
Yeah.
But I overall,
there's a big but there, though.
Yeah, after the
you can't complain. I guess
that's what I'm saying. After the season we had and the progress that was made, because we seem so much better off.
Yeah.
So I would be, but I'd be hugely disappointing.
Did you guys have them in this position back in August?
I had them 10-7, but I don't know. Not this. This is a wagon. I mean, we're beating teams by 15, 16 points a game.
Again, this is a franchise. This is the 31st year of the Jacksonville Jaguars. The only year that is comparable to this season where you going into the playoffs, you think, they can go to the Super Bowl. Heck yeah, they
99,
can. 99. That's
right.
it.
We have landed on it because I threw that out here about a month ago. Is this becoming the second? Is this the second best team in Jags history?
Yeah.
And then it was up for grabs with some of the other 90s, but now I don't think it is. 13 wins.
Now look, if they go out in the first round, it's a different story.
For sure.
But this team legitimately. Now, again, we accentuate so many of the positives down here because that's what we do. We want the Jags to win. We're Jags fans. We look for the positives, et cetera, et cetera. But,
The advantages is probably a way to say it.
Again, Buffalo is...
They got advantages, too.
Yeah.
They got Trevor Lawrence. Look, it's kind of like the same deal. Trevor Lawrence is white hot right now, and the Bills have the number 1 pass defense.
Yeah.
The Bills' rush offense has steamrolled the league, and the Jags have the number 1 rush defense. We'll see what wins.
It's good. All right, let's grab a break. We come back. I want to ask you about there's more on the Harbaugh-Lamar thing, so we'll talk about that and a whole lot more. Jags and Bills coming up on Sunday, 1 o'clock at the stadium. Be there square. If you can't be there while you are watching the Niners, Eagles, no. We'll be rocking and rolling with a post-game show on the television side of things.
Mogul activated.
For a lengthy period
Mogul
of time.
mode.
Yeah.
Activated. Wow. Okay.
Big Mogul Sunday.
All right. And 1010XL will have, it covered. We'll start at probably like midnight and go till midnight. Who knows?
Yeah.
Depends on, what happens. Maybe we're starting at 1 a.m. Monday. Who knows?
Okay. Good.
All right. It's a GFL Friday. You're listening to The Drill.
The DivorceMenOnly.com studios. With a division title and a postseason game at the bank.
So many people contributed to this. So many.
It's playoff football in Duval.
This is a special group.
Jaguars, Bills.
This work's just getting started now, man.
Sunday at 1 on Duval's home of the Jaguars. 1010XL.
There's only 1, 2, 3,
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking mumbo-jumbo. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices. I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from high heels to wagon wheels. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Hey, gang, Hickett here. Leave all the 2025 dirt and celebrate the new year with our friends from Zero Res. Carpets, tile, hardwood, LVP, area rugs, upholstery. Look, what I'm telling you is basically every surface in your home could be Zero Resified. It's time to call the cleaning pros at Zero Res, and don't forget about those air ducts, baby. Zero Res has a 4.9 rating on Google with over 8,000 reviews. 5.0 is perfect. Bring in the new year with 20% off carpet and upholstery cleaning, plus take $100 off your air duct cleaning when you mention the 1010XL radio station. What you do, call them, 904-287-5727. That's 287-5727, or book online at ZeroResJacksonville.com. Zero Res!
If you're ready to transform your yard with a fence that stands out, elevate your curb appeal with Superior Fence and Rail. Superior takes pride in offering first-class service, friendly installers, and unmatched fence products. Mention this ad and get $250 off your next project. It's time to get off the fence and call today.
When you're on the fence, about a fence, SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
Tom McManus buckles his chin strap as he joins Lauren Brooks and Taylor Dahl.
I just love a man in uniform.
Helmets and heels. Afternoons 2 to 4. Served by Queen Law Group on 1010XL.
It's the Happy Renewal Year sale at Renewal by Anderson. Buy one, get one, 40% off replacement windows and patio doors. Plus, 0 down, no payments, and no interest for 12 months. But this offer expires January 31st. Renewal by Anderson, proud partner of the Florida Gators. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation.
License number CGC 1527613.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
David Garrard here, and once again, I'm reporting good news about how good my knees are doing following PRP treatment at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists. For an old quarterback like me, my knees are in great shape.
You don't have to be a celebrity or a professional athlete to appreciate the everyday personal attention you'll receive at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists. For any orthopedic need, call on the pros at SOS.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Bueller.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Hey, pal, is that a turtleneck?
Can't you feel it, Jason? There's a chill in the air, a definite nip.
I mean, it is January.
In Jacksonville, Jason. I didn't come here for cold.
Well, I wouldn't call this.
Cold weather gives me the sniffles. Sniffles turns to pneumonia. Suddenly, I'm in a hospital bed with a tube down my throat because Florida didn't get the memo about ignoring winter.
So switch over to heat.
What if my system can't remember how to heat?
Dude, put on these sunglasses.
Whoa.
Bueller Air & Plumbing can make sure your system is ready to switch from cooling to heat. We'll clean your heating coil to get rid of that burning dust smell and make sure you have the coolant pressure to keep your heat pump pumping out the heat.
Huh, I had no idea these sunglasses worked in the winter.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
At Hollis Pools, building a pool is personal. We sit down with you, listen to your vision, and bring your backyard dreams to life right here in Northeast Florida. Working with us doesn't feel like working with a contractor. It feels like working with family. Every Hollis Pools project supports Project Savior Outdoors, helping bring hope to our veterans. Visit HollisPools.com. Hollis Pools, your vision, your pool, your escape. License number CPC 1461233.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch.
All right, we're back on a GFL Friday. We talked yesterday about award winners, and the Jags unrepresented. The Jags had 2 players show up on PFF's All-Pro team. 1 first team, 1 second team.
Okay.
You'll get the first teamer.
Devin Lloyd?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I don't think you'll get the second team All-Pro. Now, this is by grade. This takes out opinion and, all those other things. I assume that's what it is. It's the PFF thing.
Cole Van Lanen.
Great guess. He was highly ranked. We talked about that yesterday. He was their highest ranked offensive lineman this year. But no, it's not Cole Van Lanen. He's on the defensive side of the ball.
Antonio Johnson, second
team All-Pro, at least according to PA. He won't get that from the Football Writers. That won't come with the league-ending announcements, but it does 5 picks.
Yeah,
including that pick 6 the other day. So, man, if we can, the Buffalo receivers aren't good. They don't get super open. Josh Allen has to do what we watched Trevor Lawrence do here for a couple of years. He's got to squeeze everything in.
Correct.
And so getting some pressure and, Jags 22 interceptions this year. I think that ended up leading the league. If it didn't, it was tied, I think, with the Bears. But 22 picks, man, if they could get 1 or 2 of those, obviously. The strengths of this team have been wide, but that taking the ball over, that's such a game changer. So let's hope that turnover battle continues to be a strength.
All right. Baltimore fired Harbaugh this week. NFL Network said Harbaugh lost the locker room. This article says not accurate. ESPN said sometimes it could be they just fell short the past few years. Well, it's much more than that. Listen, the Ravens fell short in multiple previous seasons. 19 and 23, they were the number 1 seed entering the playoffs. That can be a kiss of death. If you're the number 1 seed, there are expectations.
Yeah.
And Harbaugh remained employed because it wasn't his fault. Players fumbled at the goal line or dropped 2-point conversions to tie games, or kickers missed 44-yard field goals, etc. And multiple players were indeed unhappy that Harbaugh was fired. But sources inside the Ravens locker room have said the decision to move on from Harbaugh seemed to be more to them about the franchise quarterback wanting a new direction for himself and the offense, and the coach wanted to stick by his staff, particularly offense coordinator Todd Monken. That put ownership in the middle until the owner ultimately sided with the quarterback.
That's how it works.
One source said the owner, Biscotti, wanted Harbaugh to fire Monken in hopes of finding someone who could unleash Jackson. So if we're looking to unleash Jackson to become his old self again, then is the thought about that he wasn't hurt this year? Because that was kind of the thought I had. The reason he was struggling is because he's banged up. He looks slow. He couldn't run away from people like he used to be able to. That was clear. I mean, you could tell that. So I don't know what the thought is. Harbaugh, though, was confident in Monken and they kind of thought Monken would become a head coach. Harbaugh saw his starting quarterback struggle with hamstring, ankle, toe, knee, back issues, missed 4 games, pointed to Jackson needing to address his body more than think about Monken in the direction of the offense. Monken was the OC when Jackson threw 41 touchdown passes and had 119.6 rating.
Didn't he almost win the MVP? Todd Monken took the bullet yesterday. We didn't coach Lamar as good as it could have.
Yeah.
Baloney. Be careful what you wish for, too, by the way. I would say that the next 5 years of Baltimore Ravens football won't be as successful as the last 5.
It should be noted that Jackson was asked if he wanted Harbaugh back in 26. Following the loss to Pittsburgh, he could not bring himself to openly endorse Harbaugh.
Yeah. That's rich by Lamar. That guy's had his back the whole way. Not that he doesn't deserve it. He's been a good player. But.
They believe Harbaugh and Jackson will remain friendly moving forward, and that is likely to include when their teams play against one another. However, there's a difference of opinion, and ultimately the owner sided with the quarterback, which you generally do. So maybe that's sort of in the middle of what happened, and that makes sense.
I get. Look,
star athletes have a hard time blaming themselves.
Yeah,
Monken did take the bullet yesterday, so I don't know. It's interesting.
Well, look, I think it's just time. The Steelers don't recognize that,
or it's time, which is
also
fair.
and we'll see how it goes. I don't like players putting it all on the coaches, even if it's them.
Mm-hmm.
Did the coaching fail you when your kicker blew it wide right to win the game?
Right.
Your coaching fail you when your all-pro tight end dropped not one but 2 opportunities to advance? Is it your coach's fault when your coach's fault when you fumble at the one Zay Flowers a couple years ago? I mean, I don't know. I don't like Lamar. Lamar has always to me been a likable, exciting highlight waiting to happen. I don't like delving into this side of these guys. I don't like players firing coaches. Do the best you can and let them decide that. This guy is in every bit as successful in his career as Lamar Jackson has. Every bit. And with a much harder job.
Mike McDaniel also got fired yesterday. He started his NFL head coaching career with wins over Belichick, John Harbaugh, and Sean McDermott, was 3-0. And that was the high point. And you think you got something, and, wow.
By the way, Packers media says Matt LaFleur is out if he loses.
Do they?
That's a different, we were talking about it in McDermott's case. So.
Yeah. Told you.
But I've seen that your
Dodgeball needs a win.
What you said I've seen too. It's not like it's not out there. The McDermott hot seat suddenly coming into play if they lose this game. Again, this is a golden opportunity for all of us, but especially for the Bills because they've been there and they've had a reason / excuse for not coming through. But back to the Harbaugh real quick, just to tie these two together. Blaming John Harbaugh for the Ravens' failures is like blaming Josh Allen for the Bills not going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Josh Allen's done everything. I mean, John Harbaugh has put those guys in position, he and his coaches, to make plays to win games against good teams at home and on the road over and over and over again. And his players have failed him.
Yeah. Let's grab a break. We'll head to the 8 o'clock hour. Miami headed to the national championship game. And Jaguars playing Sunday, and a whole lot more right here on The Drill.
The Drill. From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios, Fred Taylor is now in 1010XL's backfield.
Fred Taylor with 2 touchdowns.
Fred Taylor joins Dan and Jeff on The Drill. Monday morning running back with Fred Taylor is fueled by Epstein and Robbins on 1010XL.
Greenlaw Group is for the insured. If you think you have roof damage, call 904-302-7055 today, and they will schedule you a free roof inspection. Trust their law firm to help you fight your insurance when you need it. These storms can cause damage you may not even see yet. Call Greenlaw Group, 302-7055. There's no cost to retain their law firm and no cost to have your roof inspected. They only get paid if you win. Greenlaw Group, for the insured.
Before termites attack your home or business and cause costly damage, Terminix it. At Terminix, we know how to stop termites. These destructive pests have been around for millions of years, but before they show up, so do we. And their time is up. Don't live with a termite problem? Terminix it. Visit Terminix.com today to schedule a free inspection online. That's TerMinix.com. TerMinix.com. Terminix it.
Always facing interesting economic times, and for me, it's just comforting, and I'm grateful to ITP Partners. Shout out for 2025. What a great year. Here's to 2026. Those are folks taking care of my Jacksonville money. Look, I don't get this whole investment game, but they do. And they've grown my money exponentially. And that's Chris Bryan and Jeff Hartman. That's Reagan Wright and Dan Abel. That's Janice Cobb and Reed Wingate. Expertise, experience, knowledge. Sit there and explain things to me over and over again, sometimes I might add. They'll work with you. They'll build strategies. Your goals become their priority. It's a great time to get started, man. And you need to. What are you waiting for, man? It's free money. I mean, anyway, Chris at ITPPartners.com or give him a call, 312-9751, 312-9751. It's ITP Partners, my financial partners for life.
Hunters know patience is part of the game.
Just got to keep hunting.
Jeff Lageman, Captain Kevin Faber, and Captain Kirk Waltz on the Nimnit Outdoors Show. Presented by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning. Saturday morning from 7 to 10 on 1010XL.
I'm with Greg from Cycles of Jacksonville, and when the weather starts to shift a little bit, especially during the fall, you've got some really cool stuff from Honda Off-Road.
We do. It's favorite time of the year for me. Nice little chill in the air. We've got some side-by-sides. We've got the ATVs. Of course, they're legendary dirt bikes. We've got it all.
And for the hunter?
We've got side-by-sides that work and play.
All right, so make sure you check it out. Showroom wide open for you on Atlantic near Regency. If you want to go off-road and have some fun, check out Cycles of Jacksonville.
Hey, Jacksonville DDH. Dreamfinders Danny Hicken here with the scoop from Dreamfinders Homes, your national builder of the year. We've got first-year interest rates as low as 2.99% in homes in 20-plus communities throughout Northeast Florida. If you're house hunting, make sure your first pick Dreamfinders Homes, the proud official home builder of the PGA Tour, the Florida Gators, and your Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit dfhsalesevent.com today and tell them Dreamfinders Danny sent you.
Need or want cash? Beach's Jewelry and Pawn has cash available. Ready to buy guitars, surfboards, jewelry, firearms, tools, and especially gold. They need it all, selling or pawning. Get cash on the spot at Beach's Jewelry and Pawn in Jacksonville Beach.
Hey folks, it's Frank Frangie. All those festive holiday feasts probably have added a few extra pounds, but here's the thing. You can make this the year you finally lose the weight safely and for good. Now, you know by now my daughter Amber kicked off the journey with Awaken 180 weight loss back in the summer. You ready for this? She's lost 100 pounds in 6 months. Man, is she proud of that. 100 pounds. And she really did it with this really, really good plan. There's no shots, no medications, no supplements, just real food and a proven plan. That's right. With Awaken 180, you can still enjoy your favorite food and drink. No more yo-yo diets or feeling deprived. The structured program empowers you to control your eating without hunger. It really is doable. Don't just resolve to make the change. Make the change. Call Awaken 180 today and take that first small step. Book your consultation now, 1-844-346-1800, or visit awaken180weightloss.com. It worked for Amber. It really did. And it can work for you. Awaken 180 weight loss.
This is the kind of sandwich you don't rush. French dip at Firehouse Subs. Premium roast beef loaded with caramelized onions, melted provolone cheese, and topped with Italian seasoning. Stacked on a toasted garlic bread roll with hot au jus for dipping. For a limited time at Firehouse Subs.
Home of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by Hall & Sons Plumbing. Jags VP Tony Vaselli is looking for fan support in Sunday's playoff game.
Having a packed house. Hopefully they'll get there early and kind of set the tone for the day.
JTA Game Day Express is rolling again. Beat the parking mess and ride to the Jags-Bills Showdown Sunday. Passes start at $10 on the MyJTA app. More info at jtafla.com. That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
It's 8:05 at 62 degrees. Your time and your temp is brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL, presented by Farrah and Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farrah doesn't flinch.
All right, welcome back. This is the drill, 8 o'clock. Good morning, Jacksonville. Jags go Sunday against the Bills. Canes get $20 million for winning this game, and the ACC lets them, the conference, and the ACC lets them keep it. Most of the other conferences make you split it.
Is that part of that agreement that they reached with some? Remember when they were,
I don't know.
I think it is,
but I know that they get $20 million, so that'll buy themselves a couple of more players.
It would be nice as a football.
The Canes may win a national championship before they win an ACC championship.
That'd be something, wouldn't it?
How about that? So yeah, but they.
By the way, Notre Dame. I think that's cricket sounds I'm hearing from y'all.
No, I don't think so. I think Notre Dame would have said we would have won too.
Okay.
That's what I think.
The big problem is,
I think those teams. I think Texas. I think Notre Dame. I think they're like, hey man, that's why there should be. We should have.
No, and I guess I was trying to think who the 12th would have been, and I suppose it would have been Texas coming off that A&M win. But imagine how much more fun we're to the end now. Last night's game was great, but how much more fun if it would have been Notre Dame at Ole Miss and Texas at Oregon instead of James Madison Tulane, layups for no reason.
Well. The biggest fraud in college football this year, with all due respect, might have been Texas A&M. They didn't beat anybody.
Yeah, they didn't really beat anyone.
They didn't beat anybody. I mean, that was a joke.
Beat Notre Dame.
Yeah. Who you tell me was no good.
No, I think Notre Dame should be in. Not over some of the ones. Yeah. In hindsight, it was the Bama that shouldn't have got in.
Yeah.
Their offense went to – what happened to that offense by the end of the year? Oof.
But, yeah, Texas A&M beat Auburn, Mississippi State, Florida, Arkansas, LSU they were bottoming it out. Missouri, who was proven to be not very good.
Yeah.
South Carolina, Samford.
Yeah.
I mean, they didn't beat anybody.
Yeah, that's fair.
And then they played Texas and lost by 10.
Yeah, let's hope the New England Patriots are the pro version of that.
That would be good.
Yeah, they've gotten to their record. Now, the NFL's a different deal. It's harder to win on Sunday than it is a college football game, but nonetheless, maybe that can work in the favor. So for Miami, it's their first trip back to relevance in well over 20 years, and well earned. They especially that on the offensive trenches, they blew. I felt like they could have just run it every play and run for 400 yards. 4 or 5 at a time.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know why they got away from it as much as they did. Even the game-winning play, I thought was the wrong play call. I thought they should have handed the ball off. They had a timeout left, plenty of time, run some more time in the meantime. But nonetheless, you don't quibble with a victory. And Miami also get the advantage now of a home game. And Miami fans show up. Look, there's the cliche insult you throw at Canes Nation when it comes to Virginia visiting on mid-October Saturday. There were more Miami fans at the playoff game than there were for some of those regular season games, but they do show up for the big one. So it'll be a Miami advantage in that national title game for sure.
2024 was Washington and Michigan. In 2025 is Ohio State and Notre Dame. In 2026 it'll be Miami against Big Ten. It's 3 years. Don't even make the national championship game for the Southeastern Conference.
In 3 years where the Big Ten is the favorite to win it.
What an embarrassment.
I don't know if it's an embarrassment.
That's an embarrassment.
Okay.
When you pound your chest and say it's just different, or what is their slogan?
Well, I mean, they all do that. You watch the ACC slogans last night; they're all ridiculous.
I mean, come on, man. I mean, Georgia beat TCU 65-7 in 23. That's what we're looking for here.
It's been a while,
huh? Where's the Ox Gator?
I would. I'm good. I'm glad. I hope none of them are any good for a couple of years, and let's get things rolling down there in Hogtown.
It just makes the fact that Florida's 4-8 even more disgusting.
Well, that's fair.
Because in the end, really, who? And here's the thing. And if you want to diagnose what's happened in college football, it's real simple. And Nick Saban saw it coming. And that NIL is a great equalizer. And if you can find somebody with some money, like Texas Tech did, like Oregon has, like Miami has, you can buy yourself a hell of a Indiana. Well,
they got it they came a year ago, so I'm sure this year's roster got hugely benefited by Cuban's donation. Did we ever hear what the exact number was?
No, but if he gave 5 and he gave 6 to 2 other things, he probably gave 10.
Yeah, that region.
But the NIL, I think, has to be the great equalizer here. It has to be.
And the great corrupter, both. At the end of the day, I got no problem with the kids, even at this stage, getting money. They ought to sign 4-year contracts when they come to college. Enough of this unending free agency. Good for Washington saying that. Heck, you are.
Well, yeah,
and
he's
Devon
staying
Williams is
now.
going back there. Nobody in the industry wants that fight. Somebody got to that kid and said, "No, we don't want this fight, son. Take your 4 million. You're going to ruin it for everybody else trying this."
Transfer portal is another big deal of it, but the transfer portal really is just unregulated NIL, right? Free agency.
Sure. The transfer portal is only a transfer portal issue because the money that attracts nobody. Again, back in the day, you left for one reason and one reason only, maybe two. You got kicked off your team. Or the second is you're in a log jam and you're not going to get to play. Almost all transfer decisions were based on more playing time, more opportunity. Now it's more
I think
cash.
he used to have, and I saw this at FSU, where Bowden had it rolling, where quarterback would get 2 years, next quarterback would wait 2 years, wait 2 years. Nobody waits 2 years anymore.
Right.
Very few.
Yeah, if you're not going to play, you're going somewhere where you can.
Yeah, you're going to go play. That's and you're allowed to do that. You're afforded the opportunity to do that, and that's what's happened. And now it's just spin the roulette wheel. This Sam Levitt kid is an interesting
Is
deal.
it Tennessee now, I heard?
Yeah, it was at Tennessee for 2 days, so they're hopped up that they can get him. So who knows? I don't know. It just seems like he was a leverage play for a lot of schools, but I don't know. It's very interesting. So we'll see how it all plays out.
Such an important player for the Gators' future, and we mentioned this yesterday, will be Aaron Philo, the quarterback. I think the best thing that I can say about Philo, not a lot's known, he hadn't played a ton, but I do remember the narrative, Dan, when Haynes King was hurt and Philo came in and was good at times. There was at least a murmur at some point that maybe Philo should be quarterbacking.
Yeah.
That's the best thing you can say, and Haynes King is a heck of a quarterback.
Right.
So if you're getting a guy that your current offensive coordinator
That's true.
was considering pushing Haynes King, then I think he's going to come better than advertised. I think Philo is going to be one of those transfer portal, success stories where a team takes a bigger leap. Or maybe that's just hope. Maybe some hope involved in that statement.
Trying to see how many Miami guys. They got 2 in the top 10. Bain and the big offensive lineman.
Yeah.
So that would be
their best player is Tony.
Yeah, he's a freshman.
And Mark Fletcher looked good in the Jags
Fletcher's
running
good.
back in a Jags uniform.
I like him.
I don't know what rounds we're talking about, but he's a good player. He's a beast.
Is he related to Kadarius Toney?
No, he should be. He plays just like him.
I swear they play. Yeah, they have the same
we said the same thing. The biggest surprise about Malachi Toney and his play this year for the Canes is that he's not Kadarius Toney's brother, because he plays just like him in space. And he had a catch last night that wasn't a catch, that may be the best catch that wasn't a catch that I've ever seen. He was coming across the field from left to right. They threw a pass to the right sideline. It was high and to the right. And as he's going about 10 miles an hour, floating to the left, he reaches back with his right hand, grabs it, and then tries to get a foot down. He almost does. I mean, super close. In fact, they said it was a catch at first. That game, I think, was won by Miami when they were up by 1, and they were falling apart. They had a couple of targeting penalty. They had a unnecessary roughness penalty. It was 1st and goal inside the 10 for Ole Miss, and they couldn't get 7. And they kind of settled for a field goal and a 2-point lead. And before you could look up, Miami had driven down and scored and gone up 24-19.
Well, they had to have a drive, though, at the end, and they got the drive.
Yeah.
And
then couldn't
credit
stop
to Carson Beck, and terrific performance by him on that last drive. And he great effort
Big
by some
third
of his
down plays.
Yeah.
Conversion plays were huge. And, his last 8 minutes were about spotless. He played really good. He was the MVP of the game, Carson Beck, Mandarin product, won the state championship here. And
in the same recruiting class as C.J. Stroud.
Yeah.
And other,
7th year, did they say? I thought it was
so.
his 6th.
I mean,
has it been 7 already?
Yeah.
Well, again, Demario Pop Douglas for the New England Patriots is their number 2 receiver. Feels like he's been there 4 or 5 years. He was same class, high school teammates with Beck.
Yeah.
That was his number 1 receiver at Mandarin when they won state that year.
My dad coached him when he was in Pop Warner.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
But shout out Canes. Yeah, take a victory lap. Don't beat each other up if you know, but have fun and enjoy the victory and enjoy home field advantage against. I think if you're Miami, you want Oregon. I mean, that's who I'd want. Oregon is it looks like the more beatable team than. I mean, they're both beatable. I think the Canes got a 50-50 shot against either one of them the way they're playing. I mean, they beat the the team that beat Georgia, they beat Ohio State. They won games all 3 away from home. Now they get to come home, and we'll see it would be a heck of a winding road Hollywood ending for Carson Beck.
Yeah.
If he wins a title down there in just 1 year. And there'd been a lot of, paparazzi-ish stuff around him at Miami, right?
Oh,
he went through
sure,
the whole
at
thing with the girlfriends and the house.
Car
and the
gets
cars.
stolen.
Yeah, the whole thing. So, yeah, I mean, it was certainly an unlikely path. I don't think many had penciled the Canes into the title game when it started, and it just goes to show you why a 16-teamer is not a bad idea.
Yeah.
This is the last team in was Miami.
Well, what do you mean it's not a bad idea?
It shows you that it's not always the top 3 or 4 that you think it is.
Right, but then
I'd go 16 deep.
Okay, so then that's fine, but then the regular season matters even less.
It doesn't matter now.
12. I mean, it mattered to Notre Dame, I guess.
Yeah, for the wrong reason.
Mattered to Texas.
Yeah.
But I guess my question is,
But wouldn't it have been fairer for Notre Dame if there were 16 and
well, I mean, I don't know.
It still matters.
So wouldn't you rather the top 4 get in and based on the regular season and you decide and these are the 4 and off you go and then you see what I mean, as opposed to is it better for the game if the 12th team wins or the 16th team wins?
I think it
shows parity. I guess
I think it's a truer. I think it's a truer reflection of opportunity that's given or not given. Listen, I'm fine with 12 if you eliminate this ridiculousness of putting in Sun Belt and AAC champs.
Yeah.
This would have been a hell of a playoff at 12 teams with Notre Dame and Texas.
I don't get the whole, because a lot of people say that like it's, well, it shows that, yeah, it does, but is that good for the game? I don't know.
It's not bad.
It really de-emphasizes
anytime, but it does
the regular season.
I'm not sure I agree that it de-emphasizes it from this standpoint. It keeps you like as a fan,
but Jeff,
alive to make the playoff.
Yeah,
if you're
right, but it takes away that. Oh my God, we can't lose this. We got this big game here in September. If we lose, we're really going to be against it. I damn sure know we can't lose again. Florida, Tennessee in the 90s. Oh God.
Yeah, well, that shit.
If we lose this game,
that sailed with 12.
Yeah, well, I know. That's what I'm saying.
I'd rather see the opportunity. I think too much.
I'm just saying, I liked it being different than the NFL. I don't know why they had to go. I know why they went the NFL model because it's a $1 billion industry, and we'll copy it as much as we can. I like the fact that it was different. That's all.
No, I got you.
Yeah. I just like that. I like that about it.
I get that as well. But since it's not, the reason I think Miami encourages
it's snot. Why would you call it snot?
I think the reason Miami encourages that comment that you don't necessarily agree with is because they're the last team in.
Yeah.
No one would have said a word if Miami hadn't gotten in. That's what I mean.
Right.
And they're might be the best team in college football. So it shows you they don't know what the hell they're talking about in identifying.
They didn't know what the hell
teams.
they're talking about when there's 4 teams.
But you know what? Neither does.
They know what the hell they're talking about when there's 2 teams.
At the end of the day, the reason the NFL avoids all this and it works is because there's a system in place. Division winners, wild cards, period.
Yeah.
No opinion. You don't send it over to the commissioner and let the owners decide who they want to put in. That's part of the problem.
Did this just happen? Did you finally admit what I've been telling you for years and would argue with me?
What's that?
That it's not a playoff.
No, it's 100% a playoff. I disagree that. How you get
You just said it's a poll.
To get into the playoff. It is a playoff. Yeah, for sure. All right, we'll take a quick time out. It's a GFL Friday. That's a Green for Life right here on The Drill.
I got him.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
How does number 9 feel about number 16?
All right, here we go.
Find out when David Garrard joins Mike and Fat Tony. Mondays from 10 to noon on Jaguars Today. Restored by Resto Pros of Northeast Florida on 1010 XL.
Hey, it's Travis from Cannons of Jacks. When you need a trailer hitch, gooseneck, or RV towing options, call us at Cannons. We've been doing it for 55 years, and customer service is our #1 priority. Visit cannonsofjacks.com.
With Lee and Kate's Glass, you're gonna see a big difference.
Hey folks, it's Frank Frangie for Lee and Kate's Glass. They say you're going to see a big difference, but what does that really mean? It means a live local person on the phone, a smooth, easy process, skilled craftsmen, and excellent customer service all around, with your satisfaction absolutely guaranteed. Visit leeandkatesglass.com.
With Lee and Kate's Glass, you're gonna see a big difference.
Yo, what's happening, gentlemen? This here message is for you.
It's your boy Eats to the T here for Blue Chew. Guys, this ain't just about performance. It's about confidence and reputation. And I got your cheat code. Blue Chew. It isn't just a tablet. It's a whole game changer. These chewable tablets help you feel and perform at a high level. Stronger, longer. And let's be real. We know they talking about us in their group chat. So let's give them something to talk about. No awkward doctor visits, no waiting rooms, just fast-acting chewables delivered straight to your door. Nothing makes you more of a legend than a little Blue Chew. Discover your options at BlueChew.com. And make sure you use my promo code 1010XL at checkout and get your first month on me. Just pay $5 shipping. Remember, that's promo code 1010XL. Then just chew it and do it, baby.
Catch the Jacksonville Jaguars every day.
From the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studios.
With Mike Dempsey and Fat Tony. Talking teal every weekday from 10 to noon.
Jaguars Today.
On 1010XL.
Playoff football calls for the grill. The January Rancher Box from local Fair Jacks is packed with pasture-raised beef, free-range chicken, and pork. All local, all delivered. Stock up for game day at localfairjacks.com.
This is Hayes Carline with your playoff perspective, brought to you by Harrell & Harrell. Buffalo has started slow this season, getting outscored by 11 in the first half. However, in the second half, the Bills are outscoring teams by 127. The Jaguars have outscored teams by 148 points through the first 3 quarters of this season, but have been outscored by 14 in the fourth quarter. The Jags need to build a 2-possession lead heading into Sunday's fourth quarter. That's your playoff perspective, brought to you by Harrell & Harrell. Don't settle for less than you deserve.
Frank Frangie here. If you're expecting a tax return this year, here's a smart way to use it. Invest in new tires from Big Chief Tire. It's one of the best things you can do for your car and your safety. I've been going to Big Chief for years because they do it right every time. Put that refund to good use and hit the road with confidence. Visit WeKeepJacksRollin.com or call 904-932-0950 today and let Big Chief take care of you. That's Big Chief Tire.
Look around and we know you've got options for gasoline, but those other places, they're not in the business of more. At Shell, that's what you get every day. Members get more rewards, more savings, more special offers. You'll even get 10 cents per gallon off of your first fill when you sign up and save on every fill after that. Choose to get more and more with every drive. Join the Shell Fuel Rewards program today at fuelrewards.com. Offer valid at participating Shell locations. Offer must be redeemed within 60 days of registration. Limit 20 gallons. Restrictions apply. Visit fuelrewards.com for more information.
The Jacksonville Icemen are back home this Friday, January 9th, as they battle the Orlando Solar Bears. Friday is Cowabunga Night, a theme night that pays tribute to Jacksonville's cattle days when the city was called Cowford. So celebrate the region's cowboy roots and beachside vibes. Game time 7 o'clock at ViStar Veterans Memorial Arena. Tickets at Ticketmaster, JacksonvilleIcemen.com, or call 904-602-PUCK. Icemen hockey is #FireWithin.
1010XL, presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. This is your Duval Minute, brought to you by Lift Power, your turnkey solution for all warehouse needs.
The Jacksonville Jaguars are favored now in their upcoming AFC wildcard playoff game against the Buffalo Bills. You want to know why?
Yes.
Because they're America's team. Okay. The Jaguars finished the season winning 8 straight games. They covered the spread in all 8 of them. Jaguars are averaging nearly 33 points a game over the last 10 contests. Defense allowed only 14.3 points in their last 6 games, generating turnovers. And they played a tougher schedule than Buffalo. That's why the Jaguars are ultimately the favorites. And when they went into the week as the underdogs, America said, well, that doesn't make sense. Now you hit it. And that's your Duval Minute, brought to you by our friends at Lift Power. Lift Power is on the look for experienced lift truck and dock and door technicians. Benefits include 401k, company vehicle, paid training, sign-on bonus. Go see why Lift Power is voted one of the best places to work year in and year out. Lift Power, rapidly growing. Lift Power, proudly serving Jacksonville for more than 50 years. Lift Power has an opportunity for you. Learn more at liftpower.com. That's liftpower.com. And we're back.
All right, I've got some news and notes.
Okay, good.
I know people love them.
I like
First,
those.
for all, I'm a uniform guy. You know that.
Yeah.
So I'll share this with all the uniform guys out there. There's this big movement out there. People are disappointed. They want the Prowlers. And I guess you can't just throw the Prowlers on any time you want. You got to proclaim the Prowler uniform, and they did that at the beginning of the year. They won all 4 games that they wore the Prowlers. They were big games, and they won all 4. But I do have the uniform assignment for this week's game, and it's teal on teal. Teal on teal with the White Sox. There you have it. Meanwhile, Jags made history yesterday. Did you know that?
Okay.
They spent the last month playing the best football of their season, arguably among the best months in Jaguars history. They've silenced critics. They're turning heads, and the league is recognizing. Yesterday, the Jaguars claimed Trevor Lawrence as the AFC Offensive Player of the Month and Cam Little as the AFC Special Teams Player of the Month. It's the first time in franchise history that 2 Jaguars have won Player of the Month in the same month. And by the way, I'm pretty sure it's the Jags' first Offensive Player of the Month since Mark Brunell in 1996.
Wow.
So it's been that long, and they've had some good months along the way from various guys, but the first Jaguar to win Offensive Player of the Month in the AFC since Mark Brunell in 1996, nearly 3 decades of waiting. And his Player of the Month, it came well-earned. He just had an unbelievable last 5-6 games of the season, and we pointed out the 17 total touchdowns, just the 1 interception. Tell you something else that's disappeared down the stretch here, Dan. No fumbles either. Fumbling was the thing. Let's not forget how that much of remember some of the just dropping the ball or knocking it off his leg or getting in trouble. Mm-hmm. He had 1 lost fumble earlier this year. I think that's it. I think it's just 1. So he's got the 11 picks, is it now? You've got the 1 fumble, so that's just 12 turnovers in the regular season with those 38 total touchdowns, and and creating an unbelievable month of December that has earned him Player of the Month honors.
Yeah, it's interesting. Billy Barnwell wrote about that. Trevor being on this incredible heater, and that, but in the playoffs, what did he throw? 5, 6 picks. Did he throw 2 against Kansas City?
Just 1. 5
picks.
Point being, he was had a good ratio at the end of that year,
and he was coming in hot. Yeah, but I just
this team's better. The offense is better. That one was great plays and fantastic finishes and snags, and this one is just thumping dominant football, and for a lot of reasons need that to carry over. I mean, you take a win as a win. I don't care if it's ugly and they beat them 6-5, but you would like to continue your role and your momentum towards, hopefully a Super Bowl trip.
He lost 3 fumbles this year, 12 picks.
Okay, 3
on the season, so much better. Actually, in 24 is where he really started to make the turn with the fumble problem. It was 5, 9, and 7 the first 3 years. He lost 1 in 24 and 3 this year.
But last year he only played half the year too.
Correct. And he only threw 7 picks this year.
Just protecting. He just seems.
If you throw 29 touchdowns, you'll take 12 picks in a year.
Yeah, especially if you add the 9 on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
And
also true.
And you don't have the problems there, and so
played the whole year. It's interesting though. His down the field has a career high this year, 7.2 last year. He did throw for 251 yards a game in 23, 235 this year. So, but his passing percentage is right at 61%.
Well, and it's really the overall numbers are still kind of on his career average when it comes to QBR and passer rating.
You got to go look at what he did over the last.
Yeah, and he's never had that kind of stretch. His QBR in the last 7 weeks are just right there with Drake May. They're 1 and 2 in the league. So, all right, he's out vibing today, Dan.
He's vibing.
He's on the playoff prowl. The Jaguars
I'm on the phone with him right now.
Yeah, yes, you are. So you need to be broadcast ready and professional. Okay.
Yeah. What are you doing?
Yeah, we don't want to eavesdrop on your conversations. They need to be eavesdropping on.
Where are you?
The other way. Yeah.
Oh, I'm currently right now.
Yes.
I'm at Sonati's out here off of Penman, my boy.
You better be bringing us some cinnamon rolls back.
He's not doing it. He said he's not coming back.
What do you mean you're not coming back?
I got more moves to make, Dan. Come on, bro. He over here asking me for donuts, and I got a breakfast sandwich in my hand right now.
I told you it was good.
About Jeff.
Yeah, it's good. It's like that one we get here. It's good. I had one a couple weeks ago. That's good. Sonati's a good place to start. You got a little sweetener. What do you got? What kind of swag you giving away out there?
Oh, man, I got these sweet playoff proud shirts. I got some footballs. I got some 10-10 gear, man. It's beautiful. Oh, it's packed out here too.
Yeah,
it's like a block party out here, bro.
Yeah. People are excited, and so we're gonna hit other corners. How long are you gonna be there?
Man, I'm probably going to be here for probably another 20 minutes, and I'm out to the next location.
Where are
man.
you going next?
I'm telling you, we're going daily.
I can't tell you, man.
I'm telling you,
Y'all
where
be
is
dropping
it?
the
You
social.
told me you couldn't drop it last. Yeah, and then I found out Sonati's was on Facebook last night. So where are we going next so we can send them there?
I didn't drop it on Facebook, so that's not my business.
All right, I'm gonna go. We'll have to go do the digging then, for love of Pete. I mean, I want to give people a chance to get over there in case they can't make it to Sonati's in time to, People love it if it's free. If it's free, it's me. That's the motto here.
See what's happening right now with your phone.
You FaceTiming me, or you FaceTime audio. You got to hit me on FaceTime, not the audio, bro.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, boom. You got it there?
Yeah.
Heck, he's so mesmerized by the modern technology.
It's going to kick me off the air, man.
Yeah.
That's the plan.
We're kicking. Yeah, there you go. Kicked him off. He's going to kick me off the air.
There
he
is. Shout out, E.
You're gone, buddy. Yeah,
What's up, no?
Yeah, I don't know if you hear us, but we don't hear you.
You see me?
We'll talk to you at 9:00.
What up, no?
By the way,
hey,
keep it clean, boys. All right, I'll be the heavy. They're going to one of the dailies, so find out.
Look at all those people
Do your
out
research,
there.
and we'll tell you for sure when he gets there, 9 a.m. So, yeah.
Hey, what's up?
Go to break. These
Shout
guys, I
out.
think we're in a dead-gum
It's
line
about
at the mall.
us.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. Live streaming from the XL Digital Studios. Brightened by Harbor Dental Care, Jacksonville's first choice for dental emergencies.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking mumbo-jumbo. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices. I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from high heels to wagon wheels. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
It's January. You turn on the hot water, expecting steam, and you get let down. That's usually a sign your tankless water heater is loaded with mineral buildup, slowing it down and wearing it out before it's time. So Duck Duck Rooter is kicking the new year off strong with a Start Fresh Tankless Flush. Their experienced technicians flush and clean your tankless system, restoring performance and getting you back in the game. Right now, get your tankless water heater flushed and cleaned for just $99. 904-862-6769 or DuckDuckRooter.com.
Pre-game Friday.
Built by Dream Finders Homes. Homes built to fit your lifestyle on 1010XL.
Hey, Jacksonville DDH. Dreamfinders Danny Hicken here with the scoop from Dreamfinders Homes, your National Builder of the Year. We've got first-year interest rates as low as 2.99% and homes in 20-plus communities throughout Northeast Florida. If you're house hunting, make sure your first pick Dreamfinders Homes, the proud official home builder of the PGA Tour, the Florida Gators, and your Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit DFHSalesEvent.com today and tell them Dreamfinders Danny sent you.
Life is about choices and the decisions you make. I'm David Robbins with Epstein & Robbins. If you're convicted of a DUI, you'll have to face severe consequences. Walking through the doors of the courthouse or appearing at a bond hearing can be extremely intimidating. Without the right lawyer, you're likely to make the wrong decision. Let our team help you make the right decisions in court. Epstein & Robbins, the right choice.
Epstein & Robbins, fighting for your rights since 1975.
The best financial move you can make this time of year? How about lowering your mortgage rate to 4.99% fixed APR, the lowest rate in years? How about getting up to $500,000 out of your home equity in the process? You can do it now by calling Loan Pronto. Hey, it's Prosser here, and with Loan Pronto's Rapid Equity Loan, you can get a ton of cash, pay off all those high-interest credit cards, and skip up to 2 house payments. One homeowner just got $300,000 approved in under 24 hours. Wiped out their credit cards and 2 car loans, saved $2,100 a month. So don't wait. No hard credit pull up front, and you probably won't even need an appraisal. Just fast, easy cash from your home's equity. Act now. Call 904-999-1508 or go to loanpronto.com. Start the new year by wiping out your high-interest debt. 904-999-1508. And you can see how much cash you can get today. That's loanpronto.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781, APR for well-qualified buyers. Visit NMLSconsumeraccess.org. Daily's Dash is not only your Jaguars game day stop, but a great place to grab a meal any day of the week. To honor the Jags and the fans, we've crafted the Duval sub. The Duval comes with freshly sliced turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheese, topped with crisp lettuce, fresh tomatoes, and a double portion of our secret sauce, all served on a fresh roll. Come by your local's Dailies Dash today to get your delicious Duval sub. Dailies is the official convenience store sponsor of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Aren't you just happy when you can handle all your needs in one location? Well, introducing Allstate agent Mandy Bowers in Mandarin. Whether it's home, life, business, or auto, Mandy covers it all. In fact, bundling policy is a great way to add extra savings. Mandy and her crew can do that. Allstate is offering lower auto insurance rates this year. Mandy can do that. You need to give Mandy Bowers a call in her Mandarin office, because when it comes to getting it all done under one roof, Mandy can do that.
1010XL, presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch.
Daniel Murphy in studio with us. Welcome back on a GFL Friday. Go Jags. Buster Olney, whoever at ESPN put out their power rankings. Did you take a perusal? Just a curiosity to see where they placed your squad?
Yeah, I wasn't happy.
Yeah, 14th. I didn't think you would be. The Braves, I think, were 7th, maybe 8th, somewhere up there in that, counting on a bounce back. It's kind of an incomplete grade, right? I mean, if I go by what you and Murph were talking about, the Mets aren't done. They can't be. If they're done here, they're going to be sub 500.
Yeah.
But for now, that is the starting spot, down a little bit from where they finished last year and where they were way too early projected. Baseball pitchers and catchers, what, 3 weeks?
No, a little longer. But not that far away. A month, a little longer than a month. It's usually the 20th of Feb.
I get a little off track at this time of year. I'm used to talking about the Senior Bowl.
Yes.
Right now, we have the Senior Bowl executive director talking about some, guard from North Dakota who could change the face of our franchise.
I love that. When you can break down the game any way you want, but we were talking about Trevor going into the break, so we'll talk about Trevor coming out of the break. They'll go as far as he can take them. I mean, that's just the bottom line. You can say it. You can say it any which way. You can say
That's
it any. But. I heard Orlovsky this week and heard others talking about everybody's. The pressure's on Buffalo. Pressure's on Josh Allen. Pressure's on, year 7, made the playoffs. This is their 7th straight year they've made the playoffs. Haven't gotten to the bowl yet. If they go out in the first round of the playoffs, that would be, catastrophic for the Bills, which is why I think Sean McDermott's on the hot seat.
And it's not just the fact that the Chiefs aren't in. It's like you got the Jags.
Yeah.
And 2 potential second-round quarterbacks in Drake May, even if those guys
what you also have is you might have another wave of young
quarterback,
good quarterback, Bo Nix, Drake May, Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah.
All of a sudden you're staring at. And so now Josh is the old guy and Patrick Mahomes and now look, the Chiefs seem like they're going to be in a little bit of a, they had a hell of a run.
They don't feel 14-3
like the Patriots. And then the Patriots did a little,
and then they came back again.
And then they came back for the second wave.
Yeah.
He had, they always say Tom Brady had 3 Hall of Fame careers, basically.
Well, we could be in the middle of that because the Brady and the Patriots lost a couple of Super Bowls there in the middle.
Right.
Mahomes lost one.
Right.
Now they had a bad year, which included a Mahomes injury.
There was a lull of Super Bowl appearances by the Patriots.
Yeah. But the couple they made, they lost in between their dominance.
So it'll be interesting to see how.
The Chiefs got issues now. It's not a quick fix. Kelsey's going to go. Rashee Rice is the odds on this guy playing in the NFL in the future are at best 50-50. He's a problem with the behavior and the accusations.
Their offensive line still hasn't been. I mean, they
haven't had a running game in forever.
They sit there and they tell us how good Creed Humphrey is and Trey Smith is, and they can't run the ball. Mahomes is running for his life. I don't know how good those dudes are.
Yeah.
And I don't know that you need, again, Daniel Jeremiah said this a few years ago and really stuck with me, and I think it's true. You don't need superstar offensive linemen. If you have one, that's great, but you need a solid 5. I just saw a thing. This is so Jets. The Jets put something out. The New York Jets are the first team since 2023 to start every offensive lineman for every game. That's a condemnation of your football team when you're that bad and you didn't have injuries on your O-line. That's terrible,
You ready?
man. You had the same starting 5 every game, and you wasted it this year for a 3-14 year?
Well,
Good
and again,
Lord.
the good news is they've had the same starting 5 offensive linemen. The bad news is they've had the same starting 5 offensive linemen. It's one of those situations to what it feels like. You want me to give you a stat that will warm the cockles of your heart? I know cockles usually are reserved for Christmas time, but look at my guy in there. Again, young buck in there thinks we're saying a bad word.
Calling cockles.
I just have never heard it before.
Muscles, a lie, ho.
What is a cockle exactly?
Ho. It's cockles.
Your heart has
and
cockles
muscles.
because you warm the cockles of your heart.
Yeah. I don't think your heart has cockles.
Well, then how do you warm them?
I don't know.
I'm going to see what a cockle is. Cockles meaning it looks like it's a food.
Seafood, yeah.
Yeah, it's a food.
So how can that be in your heart?
I don't know.
Oh, it's heart shaped.
Oh, that's what it is.
Ah,
it's an edible burrowing mollusk. That's a cockle.
a
So
mussel.
just settle down in there. Warm the cockle. You ready for your cockles to be warmed?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm going to go back. It's cockle warming time.
Okay.
All right.
It's
talked about
it's not 9 o'clock.
We've talked about the Jaguars and their dominance against the run. And look, you can make argument when you're beating teams by 25, they're not running the football. It kind of, it muddies the stat a little bit. Okay, that's fine. Well, I think that applies to any number 1 rushing defense. I imagine they're a good team and, teams can't just line up and run against them, but that's one. But the stat that really matters is this. The highest individual rusher against the Jaguars this year was like 74 yards, right?
Yeah.
In the 70s.
Yes.
And before you write that off as unimpressive, there were 17,000 yard rushers in the NFL.
Okay.
The Jaguars faced 10 games that involved those guys.
Wow.
Chase Brown, Kenneth Walker, Tony Pollard, Christian
Shut them
McCaffrey.
down, baby.
None got to 80.
Okay.
So, and that includes Jonathan Taylor twice. I mean, it wasn't all Kyron Williams, 1,000-yard rusher, 1,200-yard rusher. I mean,
let me tell you something.
That 17,000-yard rushers, and the Jags faced 9 of them. They faced actually 8 of them. They faced Pollard and Jonathan Taylor twice. But
as far as cockle warming,
no
that's
one got to 80. But that's a good cockle warming story.
That is terrific.
To send us off to break. You are listening to The Drill. It's
Thank
a
you for the
GFL
cockle
Friday.
warming.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. 1010XL. Home of the Florida Gators.
Welcome back to Winter Hack Radio, the place for clever hacks to survive the season. Icy driveway? Well, try spreading sand or birdseed to help with traction. Snowy puppy paws? Well, grab a whisk, brush it off, done. Catch COVID-19? Well, just get...
Actually, there's no hack for COVID-19. But if you test positive, prescription medications for COVID exist. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
If you're tired of weekend projects turning into weekend disasters, you're not alone. Building a fence isn't as easy as it looks. And let's face it, your neighbor still hasn't fixed his lopsided masterpiece. But Superior Fence and Rail makes it easy. Highly trained professionals, top quality materials, and a fence you'll love for years to come. Skip the stress and call the pros today.
When you're on the fence, about a fence, SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
Hey, Hicken here. When it comes to trucks and more trucks, the only name you need to know is George Moore Chevrolet. Right now, the showroom off Atlantic Boulevard is loaded with the toughest, strongest, hardest working Chevy trucks around. Silverado after Silverado, ready to work or play just as hard as you do. And I just don't talk about them, man. I got 2 George Moore Chevrolet trucks of my own, and they've earned every mile, every job, every weekend. With the power, you betcha. Dependability, always style. Oh, I love my boy Blue. If it's a truck you want, it's George Moore Chevrolet. Stop by Atlantic Boulevard today and see why truck people keep on coming back to George Moore Chevrolet. George Moore Chevrolet, gang together. Let's ride.
Strong in the classroom, gifted on the field.
1010XL and Southeast Orthopedic Specialists celebrate scholar athletes. Wednesday afternoons on The Frangie Show. Activated by
The Plumbers and Pipe Fitters Local Union 234.
Have you ever dreamed of owning a handcrafted cabin tucked into a 1,000-acre regenerative farm? Well, now you can. This is Frank Frangie for the farm at Okefenokee, just an hour north of Jacksonville in Folkston. With only 250 cabins at full build-out, it's a rare chance to live off-grid, but not alone, in a community grounded in nature, food, and purpose. The amenities include a 2,300-acre hunting lease. Learn more at okefarm.com. That's okefarm.com.
Truth Teller here, and I've solved all of your holiday problems and stress. A gift card from the Blue Crab Crab House. Get this, you buy a $50 gift card, and you get an additional $15 card for free. It's that simple, and as always at the Blue Crab Crab House, the best crabs in Jacksonville, oysters, and seafood, period. Blue Crab Crab House, open every day except for Monday, off of San Jose on Jewington Creek Road.
Hear that? That's your ducks begging for help. Now listen, that's the sound of victory. Jeff Prosser here for Lloyd's Heating and Air. Lloyd's now offers professional duct cleaning for homes and businesses across North Florida, helping reduce dust and allergens so you can breathe easier. Family owned, local, trusted. Call Lloyd's Heating and Air or visit lloydsheatingandair.com, keeping you comfortable in every season.
If you are an experienced electrician looking for your next big opportunity, look no further than the Miller Electric Company, a trusted name in the industry for over 96 years. At Miller Electric, we tackle the biggest projects in the city, offering you the chance to showcase your skills on a grand scale. We believe in rewarding hard work with the best pay, top-notch benefits, and an unbeatable culture where people actually care about each other. Take your career to new heights with Miller Electric Company. Apply today at millercareers.com. Miller Electric, an equal opportunity employer.
Former Russian political prisoner and Pulitzer Prize-winning journalist Vladimir Karamurza takes the stage at the Center for Performing Arts. Hear his powerful story of courage, imprisonment, and freedom February 3rd. Get your tickets now at thefloridaforum.com.
Hey, it's Brent with Arcosa Crushed Concrete. If you've got concrete or asphalt rubble on your site, let me buy it from you, and I will recycle it into construction material for your future projects. Arcosa Crushed Concrete. Get paid for what you don't need.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch.
We'll be starting something Sunday at 1 o'clock. Bank will be rocking. It's a great way for the old lady to go out here in the next couple years with a good football team. Tickets going to be hard to come by next year. By the way, just so you know, because I like to educate you, in Dublin's Fair City, where girls are so pretty, it was there that I first met sweet Molly Malone.
Okay.
She wheeled her wheelbarrow through the streets broad and narrow, crying, cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh.
There you go.
Alive, alive, oh. Alive, alive, oh. Right. Crying cockles and mussels.
Okay.
Alive, alive, oh.
Well, there you go.
Just so you know.
Like I said.
That's a sweet Molly Malone.
We won't tell you what they called a bundle of sticks back in the day.
Oh, gosh, no. Yes, sir.
We won't drop that one on there. You'll have a heart attack.
No.
And in fairness, long ago, that one was retired and not allowable any further. Yeah. And if you want to dictionary search a bundle of sticks, that's on you. We're not contributing to that.
No, sir. Welcome back to the program. Just looking at this tweet from Peter Burns Eats Worms. Imagine watching.
How are you looking at tweets? Are you free now?
No. I'm on 1010. Oh, I found out great news, though.
Mm-hmm.
Not great news. Our good friend, our old friend, sweet Jessica Blaylock. Do you remember her?
Mm-hmm.
Jessica worked here many moons ago. She now is the ice rink reporter for the Florida Panthers, if I'm not mistaken. And Jessica got cryptoed by the hacker as well. So that's
we just said Lauren Brooks. So now
Jessica Blaylock joined him.
Is there a 1010 bias here? Why are they going after like all the 1010 folks and alums?
Could be a Harlan Corbin.
Is that the first Harlan Corbin you've seen?
No, I've seen them all.
Okay,
maybe the Jags haters.
Maybe the Jags haters. But anyway, she was off the grid for like a day or two and got back on. And I texted her. I said, in fact, I'll read you my texting with sweet Jessica Blaylock. She's a very lovely gal.
Approachable.
Very approachable. And I said, hey, Jess. Where is she? There she is, Jessica Blaylock. was a long and lengthy one.
Nice.
Dan Hicken, your old friend. Hope all is well. I'm going to share your. This isn't it. Jessica Hicken here. Heard you got hacked and you got your Twitter right back. I've been out of the game for 6 weeks. What'd you do?
Okay.
She said, yeah, apparently I'm dabbling in crypto, but it bought me a sick Range Rover. So much like me.
A house, too. If
She said
if she stands tight, she'll get a house.
She said she filled out a help ticket through X, and luckily, but here's the key, I filled this thing out 40 times, okay? Luckily, the Panthers' social media had a contact that was able to expedite my claim.
Well, it sounds like you need to get in touch with the Panthers, see if by proxy, Jess can give you the...
Well, what I said is I've done that 20 times or so, no contact for Danny Boy. She said, oh, no, let me see if I can get a name you can email directly. I'm working hockey tonight, but I'll text you later on this weekend. So there you go. She also suggested maybe the Jaguars social media team has a direct Twitter contact. Jaguar, now they may be C-blocking me because...
Oh, man.
Because...
No, it's a cockle block.
It might be a cockle block by the Jags because they know that the Jaguars are undefeated.
That's fair.
And I will make the claim. I will make the I won't go on Twitter until the Jags lose.
That's a tough one. I don't want you to be pressed with that terrible
stay
temptation.
off.
I can see you deep in the middle of the night under an alias.
Burner.
Yeah,
I'm going to get a burner.
Get a burner. That
They
might
don't
happen.
know.
I'm going to ask you a question here.
But so hey, Jaguars, a little help here, man.
All seriousness.
I mean, I'm your guy. I mean, I've taken great care of you for 31 years. I've nurtured you. I've watched you grow into a young person. You were just a baby when you started here.
That's fair.
You know?
Nursed, some would say.
Suckle.
Oh, no, it doesn't apply anymore, and then it becomes wrong.
I'm laughing because I'm getting a text message from my wife because she's listening to the program.
Oh,
she goes, "What the heck is a cockle?"
Yeah, exactly.
Tell her it's a mollusk.
We're educating today. I'm going to ask you a question. I'm going to hold your feet to the fire here.
Please do.
Due to your family ties. I've got to blame someone for this. It would seem like level of disrepair. If you're a Power 5 school, Dan,
yes,
I would argue that it's unconscionable. It should be impossible for you to lose by 61 points in any contest that you have. Like any sport at a Power 5 school, you should not lose a game by 61 points, whether it's a...
Are we talking football or hoops?
Any sport.
Okay.
I don't care. You should not at Power 5, if you're a Power 5 school, you should not lose by 61 points in anything. Men's sports, women's sports, stick and ball sports, chess, I don't care what it is. You can't now. Would you agree with that?
You shouldn't lose.
61 points, right? I mean, it happens when Abilene Christian plays, Oklahoma in football. All right. Let me take it a step further. Is there any world where Auburn University can lose a contest by 61 points in any sport?
No.
Well, there is now.
Women's hoops.
Yeah, the Auburn women last night. Basketball team. Let
me text Joni.
I'll use the term loosely. They played Texas last night in women's college hoops. Texas beat Auburn women 97-36.
How does that happen?
That's what I'm saying. Shazam.
That's incredible.
Yeah, I'm just saying, if you're Power 5, I would say you should never lose by I don't care what sport it is. I don't care when you're playing. You ought to, as a Power 5 school, ought to have built your product to at least stay within 40 or 45. Now, I say that in Florida, probably lost to Pat Summitt's, Rocky Raccoon gang back in the day. But still, nonetheless, man. We talked a little bit of baseball earlier, just from the power rankings. Is baseball going to get turned over on its ear? Are we going to reassign divisions and reassociate leagues? It's coming, isn't it?
I don't like it.
Yeah, the Mets and Yankees are going to end up in the same division, aren't they?
Yeah, I don't like it. Philly, Boston, Mets, Yankees. No,
what a power division that would be.
Yeah, you get New Orleans and Tampa Bay
and Miami, I think.
New Orleans have a baseball team?
No, but they're going to expand by 2. I wonder where those go. Where do you think
Nashville
for sure is one?
And
like Portland, maybe? Or?
No.
Like one of those Austin?
No, I'll tell you where it is. I can't. No, it's they got to go west.
Salt Lake? Is that who it was?
That's it.
Yeah. All right, so
Salt Lake is a great.
Yeah, you liked it there.
Yeah, but I've not been there. Well, they got the Jazz.
Yeah, they also have hockey.
They got hockey.
Yeah. That's 2 of the 3.
They got football?
No. I'm assuming they're Broncos fans.
They didn't have football.
Is Utah even close to Denver? Why would I think that Salt Lake would be Broncos fans? Is that the closest NFL city to Salt Lake?
I guess you could go.
Are they the closest, or is Kansas City?
Could you go to Montreal again?
I mean, you could. I don't know if I would.
I would go to Salt Lake.
Yeah. That might be another one of those mile-high scenarios.
Probably a little chilly, though.
For pitchers.
When you're playing.
Is it any chillier than Denver? Probably a little bit.
Oh, no, but I mean, Denver's chilly.
Yeah. Well, Nashville for sure is probably going to get
Nashville's
one. And
like
Nashville's they've been banging a AAA drum up there. They were AAA when I lived in Tennessee 50 years ago.
Nashville's a lock.
Nashville Sounds. Are they still the
Sounders
AAA team? Not the Sounders.
Alive, oh.
Yeah, so perhaps in the offing for Major League Baseball is expansion to 32, and then they would...
Why are we talking expansion with baseball?
I just saw it on the... We had talked baseball before, and Rob Manfred has spoken in the last 48 hours, and talking about realignment after expansion, and expansion is definitely coming sooner rather than later, I would suppose. You know,
Joni says Texas versus Auburn basketball historic blowout keeps Longhorns undefeated.
Yeah, there you go. I nailed that one. I could have written that.
Yeah,
I could have written.
They got that old Mississippi State coach over there. He's a good coach
at Auburn.
Yeah, that old guy
Stansbury.
No, this is women's basketball, bro.
I know. What didn't they had? Oh no, you're right. No, yeah, but it is a dude though, isn't it?
Yeah,
yeah. No,
Jeff,
it's
just so you know, it's an 8-hour drive from Salt Lake to Denver.
So probably the closest.
Vic Schaefer.
Vic Schaefer.
Yeah.
That's la mejor. No, let's go to break. All right, we'll come back. It's the 9 o'clock hour. These boys.
Nasty time.
We'll check in with ET. I'll at least,
I'm not doing that again.
Pop his bubble of secrecy, and as soon as we come back, I'll tell you where they are.
Joni said worst loss of school history.
Yeah, in any sport. I bet Auburn has never lost by 61 in anything. It was alarming. All right, 9 o'clock hour at GFL Friday next.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
Ladies and gentlemen, the weekend. That's why we give you Pre-Game Friday. Get the news, notes, and inside stuff you need to get ready for game day.
You like that?
Built by Dreamfinders Homes on 1010XL.
Welcome to Key Buick GMC, proudly family-owned and operated since 1943. Come see why they're North Florida's new and pre-owned truck center, conveniently located on Southside and JTB, just minutes from the St. John's Town Center. At Key Buick GMC, every new vehicle comes with our lifetime powertrain warranty. Key Buick GMC, we are professional grade. Online at keybuickgmc.com. Lifetime powertrain warranty covers engine, transmission, drivetrain only. Exclusions apply. See dealer for details.
I used to dread going to the dentist. Every visit felt like a sales pitch with constant upselling, surprise fees on my bill, and I could never get in when I needed to. But Harbor Dental Care? Totally different. They saw me the next day, gave me honest pricing up front, and even set me up with a payment plan I could actually afford. No pressure, no surprise charges, just kind people who get it. If you want to experience dentistry the way it should be, book your appointment today at harbordental.care. That's HARBOUR dental.care.
This date in sports history is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On January 9th, 1972, the longest winning streak in major professional sports is snapped when the Milwaukee Bucks beat the LA Lakers by a final score of 120 to 104.
Hey folks, Mike Dempsey here for Dandy Foods, a Jacksonville family business for nearly 70 years. Heck, I've been talking about them for over a decade. The Thompson family secret, Dandy is never frozen. Always fresh baked bread with quality meats and cheeses. No dry, crumbly subs here. Only soft and tasty deliciousness. When I see that logo with the little guy with the cane on the label, it tells me I'm getting a trusted brand and a quality sandwich. So do what I do. Stop in at a Circle K and make yours a Dandy today.
Home of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Fumbled your fender? EV took a hit? Guardian Collision is your MVP with certified expert auto body repair for any electric vehicle. Guardian Collision. They guard what moves you. Visit GuardianCollision.com.
Hello, First Coast. I'm sure by now you have seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We're an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We're committed to customer service, reliability, and have an unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today from GFL, Green for Life.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
David Garrard here. Playing in the NFL can put a lot of wear and tear on your body, especially your knees. Southeast Orthopedic Specialist has kept me mobile and ready to tackle every day.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
This is former NFL quarterback David Garrard. If your knees have taken a beating and you're finally ready to do something about it, then let Southeast Orthopedic take a look. Come on, do your knees a favor.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Julington Creek Pest Control has been serving our community since 1984. Our turf management program is an all-out blitz, granular fertilization, weed and insect control, keeping your lawn championship green all year. Quarterly pest control stops bugs before they ever cross your goal line. Family-owned, locally operated, expert technicians, top-quality products, no gimmicks, just winning results. Julington Creek Pest Control, our family serving yours since 1984.
You'll always feel good when you send someone a Kuhn Flowers floral or plant arrangement. This is JJ with 1010XL, and no matter what the reason, Kuhn Flowers has always come through for me. Order online at KuhnFlowers.com.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by Florida Small Business Development Center at UNF. Jag DC Anthony Campanelli discussed the pass rush with Hines Allen and Trayvon Walker lined up together.
They've done a great job with that, those two guys, and it's something I think they enjoy doing as well.
Jacksonville lost its sixth straight game Thursday, falling to Queens in their ASUN home opener. JU is now 5-11 overall and 0-3 in the conference. That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
Currently, it's 9:02 at 65 degrees. Your time and your temp is brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. Here's another call on the 1010XL hotline, driven by Key Buick GMC, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty.
All right, we're going to talk some puck. Hockey talk, baby. We love the puck.
The Igloo.
Yeah. Tonight, the place to be is at the ViStar. The puck drops. Now, we're going to welcome in head coach Sean Tickle. Coach, what's up?
Hey, how's it going, guys? Thanks for having me on.
Thanks for coming on, Coach. We appreciate it, man. Big game tonight. They're all big this time of the year. Right now it's called positioning. We're chasing playoff positioning, and just bring us up to date. We know you started a couple months ago, but we've been football crazed. So give us a little background about what you like and don't like with your squad this year.
Yeah, I think big thing for us is just finding that consistency of just bringing it every night. We got some young guys in here. I think we might be the youngest team in the league.
Okay.
So we do have a lot of energy and a lot of spunk, but sometimes it's just, getting that mental game right and making sure we're making the right decisions at the right time. But pretty happy with the squad so far, but it's just finding that consistency and kind of like you said, we're jockeying for position, but for me as a coach, I don't ever present that to them. It's more just about us and what we do on the daily and what we're controlling, what we can control here.
Now, is it a good thing or a bad thing in terms of the city that you guys are, members of the Buffalo Sabres organization?
I did see a Buffalo fan, by the way. We'll be all together, all for one, at least for a portion. I saw a Buffalo fan because
he bought a section.
Bought a section,
yeah.
But and that's great that they're Buffalo's affiliate. But you'll be rooting for Jacksonville. I mean, the Jacksonville Icemen.
That's
so,
right.
Yeah, it can't be good karma for Buffalo. Buy 3 sections.
That's a good point. Yeah. What say you, Coach?
Yeah, hey, you know what? As long as they're here and they're cheering us on, I'm all good with it.
Yeah, that's
Why they're cheering us on? All right, listen, I'm looking at looking at some of these ECHL numbers, and I see those SOBs from down there in Fort Myers, the Florida Everblades, look like they're pretty good again. Is that correct?
Yep. Yeah. Obviously, Brad Ralph does a great job over there, and
the hell with him.
Yeah. They do a good job over there, and much like probably everyone else in the league, we're striving to be like that, and they can have a little bit of a model. So obviously, they got a strong team, but we're 1-0 against them this year so far.
That a baby. Are we more offensive or defensive? Would you say, or do you? And what would you prefer?
Yeah, I think we have a little bit more offensive punch, I think, than we did last year.
Okay.
But I think that comes with, a little bit of maturity. The defensive side comes with a little bit of maturity. I think, like I said, I think we're the youngest team in the ECHL. So as they mature a little bit, I think that defensive thing will come.
I saw something in the NHL the other night, and I'm just curious, Coach, and I appreciate you putting up with my stupid questions. But I saw something the other night. I saw these two big donkeys going at it, man. I mean, these guys were
NHL.
Yeah, they dropped the gloves, and it was a heavyweight fight. Do we have a goon on our team, Coach?
We did.
Okay.
Unfortunately, he's just taking a personal leave from the team for a little bit.
Oh.
He had some family matters that he had to take care of.
Okay. All right.
So we're wishing him all the best.
Yeah.
But I think we arguably had probably the toughest guy in the league in Colby Johnson.
Shout out.
But like I said, he's away taking care of some family matters, and we wish him nothing but the best. And we're not in a rush to bring him back. We want to make sure his family life is good before he comes back.
That's good. That's good. Now, when it says position on the roster, when I'm looking it up, Iceman, and I see left winger, right winger, center, goalie, defenseman, does it say goon?
No.
Or does he have a specific position?
No, he just plays left wing.
This is gonna be a one and doneer,
He's like, man, I'm not going with those clowns again. Ignore those guys.
All right, so
hey, I never try to take myself too seriously.
That a baby.
Well, you fit in perfect with us.
All right, so we got hockey tonight.
We're idiots.
Let's all go out. Let's have a big sports weekend, baby. Let's go.
Get it
let's
started.
Go
get it started with a win, Coach.
Yeah, let's go. Jacksonville Icemen.
Yes.
Jacksonville Icemen get a
correct.
win, and it's Orlando, who we also can't stand.
And I don't want. And I'm going to go ahead and tell you this too. We're going to pay a two-goon visit if at any point during the night the PA announcer goes, "We'd like to welcome all our friends from Buffalo to tonight's Iceman." Better not have any of that garbage.
That's Joey Massa. He better not do
you
that.
better not do that.
TV Joe better not do that at all, or we'll get ticked.
Yeah. We might need to have a quick discussion.
There you go. I like
Thank you, Coach. Thank you. And what do we have anything else this weekend, or are we just tonight?
We have a back-to-back against Orlando, so we play tonight, and then we play in Orlando tomorrow.
Okay.
All right.
If
we
you
never
ever
like them either, by the way.
If you ever don't want to play Orlando, can you just call them and say, "Hey, listen, we're stuck in traffic on I-4. We're not going to make it."
Well,
Meet us in Lakeland.
Be pretty close. We've left here pretty early and been cutting it close.
God,
that's a brutal drive. All right, well, Coach.
Hey,
good luck
man,
this
we
weekend.
appreciate it. Thanks for having fun with us,
And
Coach.
we'll talk to you as you go through the season.
I appreciate it, guys. Take care.
Yes, sir. There you go, Sean Tinkle. He's the
Man,
coach of the Jacksonville Icemen. Let's go, Icemen!
This is too easy at this point, but shame on me for not even realize that this jackass Lane Kiffin wasn't allowing certain of the coaches to keep coaching. Like some of the coaches,
he's a jerk, man.
Some of the assistants went back to, but they went into the game with missing assistants that he allowed to coach the Georgia game. And then you have the gall, the unmitigated gall to tweet at the end of the game how heartbroken you are.
Yeah.
Or that you thought it was pass interference. You literally had a tight ends coach, Joe Cox, a wide receivers coach, George McDonald, who were in Louisiana. You did not allow to go back to be on the Ole Miss sideline. It's one thing to not coach yourself or not be allowed, but for love of Pete, man, at least let the assistants finish it out. They literally had guys that are new hires in the last month that are on the coach on the sideline, from an assistant's standpoint. So, man, and again,
let me read the responses to Lane Kiffin's tweet where he shows a broken heart and it says, "Amazing effort and grit at Ole Miss football. Best season ever in history, Ole Miss. Love you guys." Lane in Baton Rouge Googling broken heart GIF. This literally cannot be real. Lane, you are one kind of piece of bleep, man.
Yeah.
We all know you're excited they lost. Do you? I think you would have stayed.
again, him leaving,
Pinocchio,
I get it.
Pinocchio.
I get it, but the fact that you would be so petty. But there's nothing going on in college football right now.
You don't run from people you love.
You don't need those assistants. They're needed on that team. They've been there all year. What a JA
fraud alert.
Well, I tell you what, he loves the role of the villain, and he may as well embrace it because there'll be a lot of college football fans that'll be pulling for their team and whoever's playing LSU because the way he's running rampant like he's ever. Listen. We're not hypocrites. Would have taken him in a heartbeat. Wanted him. And all this stuff, if he was doing for we'd be smirking and giggling like I'm sure they are in Baton Rouge, but they're not anywhere else. But the pettiness over this assist, I knew that they were having to go back and forth. I didn't realize they literally weren't going to be able to coach the game. That's just weak sauce, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Am I missing something? Kudos to, or I should say, before we give too much kudos to Washington for holding the line with Damon Williams. I'm betting you the system got to Damon Williams. I don't think it was Washington's strong stance. I think they all say, hey, man, what are you doing? You're going to ruin it because it takes something like that to change the whole setup and model.
It's interesting. I was reading a little bit about it. His representation was the representation of...
Was it Levitt?
Jed Fish, too.
Oh, Fish. Ooh.
And so then that guy... basically, when DeMond said, I'm going in the portal, the representation guy said, yeah, I'm out. I wish him well. I'm not representing him anymore.
I did see
because
that.
in other words, I got you this $4 million deal, and now you're reneging on it because somebody's telling you, we'll give you, I can't
I just don't know how.
I put my word out. We signed this paper. You can't, they're going to sue you. I'm not going to.
I will say
and I'm
this.
Jed Fish's guy too. So and I'm sure Jed said, hey, I got a guy if you want to meet with him. So I'm sure that was part of it. And then the Heitner guy jumped in, and then I haven't heard much from him, but I think he signed, but now it's all quiet, and he's going to stay at Washington because I think basically they said, "Look, you can't win this thing. This thing is a long
and it's good. It's the kind of thing that'll make them say, "All right."
But why did you say don't give Washington credit?
Because I think that I think the press. I think ultimately the reason it wasn't because Washington said you. I mean, in part because they said no, you can't go.
Yeah.
But I think it's the pressure, the agent, that aspect of it. The other, I think it got to him, buddy. You can't do this. We got a golden goose right now.
Right.
And if you sign for $4 million and then go, they're going to change the whole freaking system.
You're going to kill
You're going to kill the system.
The
right.
goose. Yeah.
And I wonder if some of that
cook the goose
at least didn't get back.
Maybe
to
that's
him.
it. That could be it. That's a good point.
You
I don't know. I just, but yeah, that was a real. Sorry, I know they're kids, but that's a character check, bro.
I will say this. I was going to say this in fairness, and we forget this. And the older you get and the more experienced you are, the more you forget it. But when you're 18, 19, 20 years old, you don't know how to fill out your car insurance form.
I'm handing you $4 million. I expect you to act like an adult. I'm sorry.
I get it.
Yeah, I mean,
you're
not open to criticism, open to everything.
For sure, and he got it.
Yeah,
and changed his mind. Real quick, before we go to break and come back with continuing with the 9 o'clock hour, a
nasty as they want to be.
It's a cockle warming experience.
It's a muscle show.
SI's quote NFL insiders, and I got about Albert Breer, Connor Orr right down the line. There's about 10 of them.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll just tell you who they're each picking.
Okay.
Albert Breer, much like Barnwell, Rams Bills.
Burt Breer, you son of a gun.
He's got the Rams winning, by the way.
He's an Ohio State guy. I don't like him.
Okay. You don't have to like. If he picked the Bills to win, I don't like him either. Connor Orr.
I like Connor. Connor's a good New York guy. He's picking the Jags.
They got some Kool-Aid drinkers there.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, feel free to give us some varied opinion. Rams over Bills.
Screw Connor Orr. He's a dirtbag.
Sucks.
Horrible writer.
Yeah, never liked.
I think we had him on the show once. He wrote a book.
I think sometimes.
What book did he write?
I don't.
We had him on.
I'm a dumb A. By Connor Orr? No, I'm kidding.
Hey, what happened to Damaso? Is he gone?
Probably.
I think he's gone.
He should be. He was terrible. All right, the next guy. Now we're getting to names you might not know. The next guy has the Texans over the Eagles. Has the Bills beating the Jags round one. Gilberto Manzano.
Yeah, stick to soccer, Gilberto.
Stick to apples, Manzano.
Yeah, get out of here.
It's actually Manzana, but it's close enough.
Loser.
See what I did there? A little Spanish drop.
You're a loser.
Matt Verderame. Do you know him? Verderame.
He's mafia.
He actually had he does have the Jags beating the Patriots.
Shout out.
But
Good job, Matt.
But he's got the Rams over the Patriots in the final.
Well,
he's got the Jags beating the Bills and then losing to the Patriots. Everyone's picking the Rams. I mean, the Rams. Do we not? I mean, I
feel like the Rams. You just said earlier you think the Rams have been sitting there hiding.
But I'm surprised it's consensus opinion.
No, you drove it.
All right, Greg Bishop, Rams over Bills. Man, everyone's got the Bills beating us.
No.
All right, we continue. There's only a few more here.
That's not true. I saw a bunch of picks. It was like 5-5. It was the Sticks Jeremiah MJD group, and it was like 5-5 Jags Bills.
Well, we're going down SI, and so far no believers. Michael Rosenberg, Ram.
But you know what? I'm done with these because the names you give me, unless you give me a name I know, I don't want to hear another one. I mean, the star of the show, I got Connor Orr, and that's about it.
What about Andrew Brandt?
And Andy Brandt. Give me Andy Brandt.
He has the.
He beat out the Kinger for a job once.
He's got. He did.
He did.
The luncher. He's got the Eagles beating the Broncos, but he does have the Jags beating the Bills
Andy
and the
Brandt.
Patriots.
And AFC title game.
It goes to the title game
in Denver.
In Denver, they lose in Denver.
Boy, Andy.
Mm-hmm. You have a new. You've never heard of him, but his opinion now counts. John Plume. John Plume has the Rams and the Jags in the Super Bowl.
Attaboy Plume.
28-24 Rams.
That's not good.
That's a Super Bowl. We got at least the Plumer likes us. Here's your boy Mitch Goldich.
No, we're done.
Mitch Goldich.
We're taking a break.
He's got the Jags beating the Bills.
I don't give a damn about Mitch Goldich.
Okay. All right. That'll happen.
Son of a Golditch.
I ain't saying he's a gold ditcher.
Let's go. Take the break.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
He's got his trigger finger on the pulse of Jacksonville football.
Does he have a name?
He calls himself Mike DiRocco.
And we get his insight every Thursday from 10 to noon on Jaguars Today. Written by Lee at Kate's Glass on 1010XL.
Lauren Brooks here for Terminix. When pests invade your home or business, you don't just need them out, you need them out fast. And you need to keep them out. At Terminix, they'll show up for you and eliminate pests quicker, just like they did at my house, because they care about what matters most to you. When pests show up, so does Terminix. Don't live with a pest problem, Terminix it. Visit Terminix.com today to schedule a free inspection online. That's Terminix.com. That's right, Terminix it.
Here's hoping for a raise the roof football season. And here's knowing Next Gen Roofing is up for any job. Game day or storm season, you need a team you can trust. And you know what? You don't need a glitzy roofing company. No shortcuts, no gimmicks, no nonsense. Solid roofs at competitive prices and a commitment to the First Coast community. Right now, save up to $300 on your next roof replacement. When you need a roof, you need Next Gen Roofing. Team with you, it's a win every time.
Share your voice anytime on the 1010XL text line.
Are you serious? Installed by Lifetime Flooring.
I gotta say, you're totally blowing my mind right now.
If you can't call or email, text us. 641-1010.
The best wings in town are coming to River City Marketplace. Leon Cersei here. Wingstop is opening another North Jacksonville location soon at the end of December. You always get fresh, made-to-order wings in 11 flavors, including original, hot, garlic parm, and of course, lemon pepper. Wingstop now has 18 locations in Jacksonville, always open until 1 a.m. So skip the wait and order your wings online at wingstop.com and swing by to pick up at the brand new Wingstop location in River City Marketplace.
The Jacksonville Icemen are back home this Friday, January 9th, as they battle the Orlando Solar Bears. Friday is Cowabunga Night, a theme night that pays tribute to Jacksonville's cattle days when the city was called Cowford. So celebrate the region's cowboy roots and beachside vibes. Game time 7 o'clock at ViStar Veterans Memorial Arena. Tickets at Ticketmaster, JacksonvilleIcemen.com, or call 904-602-PUCK. Iceman Hockey is #FireWithin.
Hey, Jacksonville DDH. Dreamfinders Danny Hicken here with the scoop from Dreamfinders Homes, your national builder of the year. We've got first-year interest rates as low as 2.99% in homes in 20-plus communities throughout Northeast Florida. If you're house hunting, make sure your first pick Dreamfinders Homes, the proud official home builder of the PGA Tour, the Florida Gators, and your Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit DFHSalesEvent.com today and tell them Dreamfinders Danny sent you.
This is the home of the Florida Gators. Get your Gators hoops on 1010XL. Brought to you by the personal injury attorneys of Farah and Farah, Randy Marion Cadillac of Jacksonville, and Renewal by Anderson, custom windows and doors.
The Jaguars are AFC South champions.
How good is that?
And we're not done yet. Sunday, January 11th, head to the bank as the Jaguars face off against the Buffalo Bills in the NFL wildcard round. Kickoff is at 1 p.m. So let's bring the energy for the biggest game in franchise history. Join the playoff action by visiting Jaguars.com/tickets or call 904-633-2000. We'll see you at the bank.
Jacksonville, you voted, and Baker Glass came out on top. The Bold City Best Awards are all about locals choosing their favorites, and you picked them for Best Auto Glass and Best Glass and Mirror Service.
I'm back with Baker Glass. No one treats you better.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch.
Everyone's 1010XL Under Armour, like fishing shirts fit them, but me. I'm a little bitter.
What doesn't fit you?
That shirt that they gave us at Christmas.
It's not just you. It's me too.
I haven't tried mine on yet.
Yeah. Mine's too big. Looks like a tent.
Oh, wonderful.
You know, I'm not XL anymore. I spent a lot of years as an XL, Dan, and I get it, but just by habit. I'm sure you go back to your old sizing and order them up. But, yeah. I'm just saying.
Sounds like you're complaining about a free gift.
It's a little bit of a pout. No, I'm not complaining. I'm just saying mine didn't fit.
I don't mean to be a jerk.
No,
here,
well, you're wrong.
like
You're wrong on that. I don't think that that's...
Sounds like you're registering a complaint about a free gift.
I don't think so. I hope that it wasn't interpreted that way. That was not the spirit of my...
That's how I interpreted it.
No, it was more like, darn, I wish my shirt fit. I like the shirt. So, yeah. Our czar here is a terrific gift giver.
Yeah.
Puts a time and...
What do we got, E? Where's he now?
Well, let's just bring him in, tell folks where he is.
Hold on, let me call him.
Then you can FaceTime him.
Yeah, there you go. I like
he's
to
on the
mess him
line,
up.
yeah.
I know. Bring him on.
Okay, all right.
E, what are you doing?
Hey, what it do, baby? Hey, JP, check your phone real quick.
Yeah, Kernan. He's over there, Kernan. That's the one that we were at one day. That's the one over by your house there, Dan. You at one point called it your
Oh, is that our UNF one?
Yeah.
E?
Yeah, this is the UNF one. This is the one that got the good chicken sandwiches.
Oh, that's good
Also
for
got
you.
Also, they got one of the most pleasant Dailies guys in the world. When you walk in there, he's like, "Hey, welcome to Dailies." I'm like, "Hey, what's up, man?"
Yeah, he definitely hit me with a welcome to Dailies when I went in there.
Yeah, he'll hit you with that. What's going on over there?
Oh man, we out here giving out swag, and hey, if you want to come, get here because it ain't too many people here yet. And I got a bag full of T-shirts. I got 2 footballs in my hands. I'm just trying to give it out away. I'm like Black Oprah, the male Oprah.
Whoa.
You get a ball, you get a shirt. You get a ball, you get a shirt.
Did you see what he did there? The Black Oprah?
Yeah. Oprah's black too, right?
I'm pretty sure. You're Stedman. That's who you are, Stedman Graham. All right, well, stop by and see E. He is officially on the playoff prowl as he gets us excited for a Teal takeover this Sunday. The Jags at home.
Oh,
yeah.
Dan is FaceTiming.
There he goes. That's
there
what
he
he
is.
does. Yeah, you're off the
Hey,
air.
what's up, E?
Yeah, E, that's
Oh, look at all them people out there, man. Yeah, Duval.
Yeah. Are we doing
Shout
headlines?
out.
Are we doing headlines or
Sure.
what? Yeah. Yeah. Let's
Yeah,
get
you
some
know it, dog.
New York City headlines.
Give that guy a football.
These guys don't. This is what happens. This is what happens when they say, just go do your thing. All right, let's do some. You got some New York City headline music in there? We can throw him a curveball here. This is not going to go well at all.
No,
so let's. Should we? The New York. Yeah, the Frank Sinatra, New York. That's usually, that's what we do. So
That's what we do. That's how we roll.
We can just.
He's got hands in the air. He's lost.
Yeah. It's called Google, YouTube, probably.
Oh, you can do that.
Start spreading the news. What's the name of the song?
New York.
It is New York.
Yeah.
Because I could have very well in a trivia contest answered "Stop spreading the news."
Start. You don't stop.
Well, I stopped because it's a New York song.
Yeah.
So I immediately, get off that, Canyon of Heroes. Stop spreading the news. When's the last time your New York team won? Is the Rangers? No, yeah.
TC's our last guy.
Yeah, but you're Giants. That's Giants. You
Oh,
don't really
my
get that.
team.
Yeah, no, like the Mets, Knicks, Rangers. Is it Rangers?
Yeah, 94.
Wow. Yeah, I always complain that nothing.
There we go.
All right, here we go.
Headlines.
New York City headlines. That's on us. We fully understand that. Yeah.
Yeah. We're having a...
Yeah,
YouTube's our best friend.
Welcome to my world. I haven't had one all day.
All right, let's do this. NFL star details gambling addiction that nearly cost him his career. Little reach on the star, but...
Yeah, a lot of times those newsies will use the word star and you've never heard of the guy. Look, it's a big part of athletes and some of their demons is gambling.
Unbearable. Giant bear living under L.A. man's house finally leaves after 37 days thanks to this bizarre fix.
I mean, what do you mean bizarre? There's a bear under my house. Come get him.
Academy Award winner admits fame nearly turned her into an a-hole.
Trust me, honey, it did.
Smoked out marijuana industry taking fight against Wall Street blockades.
I don't know what blockades, but you better not slow down that happy, hungry group of stoners. Not hurting anyone. They're just happy.
Chilling confession. Accused murderer Nick Reiner doesn't understand why he's in jail. Believes arrest is a conspiracy.
Yeah, it's real conspiratorial that you stabbed your parents to death because you're a loser.
Ouch.
Yeah. Facts is facts.
This $300,000 technology is turning private jets into flying offices.
It's called a laptop. Yeah, big advance.
Horrific way to die. Long Island man killed estranged wife with lethal cyanide mixture that seared her lungs.
There wouldn't be a good way to die, but that does sound like a horrible way. I've always not wanted to either drown or burn. Those two sound miserable to me.
Russia fires nuclear-capable missile in latest attack against Ukraine.
Yeah, the Clue. I feel like the game. It's not Clue. What is it? Risk? Which one is it? Where you Risk? Yeah, I feel like Risk is going on right now worldwide.
Beyonce's mom, Tina Knowles, reveals unexpected inspiration for granddaughter Blue Ivy's name.
I don't. A perfume of some sort. I don't know.
Donna Kelsey takes a dig at sons Travis and Jace's exes.
That's kind of unfair. Hey, man, we already lost out on. My ex is going to marry Taylor Swift. I'm already battling some insecurity issues. Stay off of me.
Miami Fiesta. Carson Beck's late heroics propel Miami to thrilling win over Ole Miss.
Terrific win for Carson Beck. He had a whale of a final, 7-8 minutes of that game. Couple of touchdown go-ahead drives. Ultimately, a game-winning drive. And Miami playing for it all.
Kate Hudson responds to monster comments by Song Sung Blue character's real-life son.
In all these years, I thought it was Song Song Blue.
Yeah. A naked woman allegedly assaults deputy while intoxicated, claims she was trying to be a mermaid.
Sometimes it's enough said. I don't even need to read that one.
What's out there? CIA can neither confirm nor deny existence of 31 Atlas file, hinting at a possible threat. Harvard scientist. It's always this Harvard scientist guy.
Stop it. Stop it with the Bigfoot and the aliens. There wouldn't be some sort of evidence at some point.
Just anything is possible. Veteran becomes first double amputee to summit highest peak on every continent.
Yeah, if I'm double amputee, immediately off my bingo card, it goes Mount Everest.
Yeah, he climbed them all.
Yeah, I was going to do them all, and then I lost my leg. So
Those
I
are actual headlines.
I'm not going to do that. So
take a break, keep it rolling. This is the drill.
MENOnly.com studios. Find Florida Gators basketball on 1010XL.
Rocky Top rolls into the swamp for a Gator lunch date. Tennessee, Florida. Tomorrow at noon on 1010XL.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking mumbo-jumbo. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices. I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from high heels to wagon wheels. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Hey, Hickett here for my friends at Action Garage Door. If your garage door wakes up the family or slows things down when you're already running late, man, upgrade to a quiet, smart opener from Action Garage Door Services. How cool? Real cool. You can control it right from your phone and enjoy smooth, quiet operations daily. And listen, it's a great time to get started. Lock in current pricing before early year updates. Make no payments for 6 months with approved credit. And how about this? Go to GarageDoor911.com. Go to Action Garage Door. That'll get you right to Action Garage Door. Find the promo link, 1010XL, $50 more off. So, yes, they're there. They're ready to help. Go to ActionGarageDoor911.com. That's GarageDoor911.com for Action Garage Door. They're premium parts. They're premium people. They're premium service. Action Garage Door.
Greenlaw Group is for the insured. If you think you have roof damage, call 904-302-7055 today, and they will schedule you a free roof inspection. Trust their law firm to help you fight your insurance when you need it. These storms can cause damage you may not even see yet. Call Greenlaw Group 302-7055. There's no cost to retain their law firm and no cost to have your roof inspected. They only get paid if you win. Greenlaw Group, for the insured.
Tacos and sports go hand in hand, literally. You can watch the game with a taco in each hand or with a taco in one hand and a tennis racket in the other. Don here from Taco Lou in Jax Beach. I love sports, and since you're listening to this station, you love sports as well. If you love sports and tacos, then Taco Lou is calling your name. You can watch the game here or call in a to-go order to watch at home. Or we could cater your next watch party. It's a new year, so let's get off to a great start at Taco Lou in Jax Beach. Cheers to tacos, sports, and tequila.
This is Hayes Carline for First Florida Credit Union. I bank with First Florida Credit Union because I trust them. I can always count on them when it comes to the vast services they provide. The online banking services are outstanding, so easy to use. Depositing checks through the mobile app is fast and efficient. First Florida Credit Union was voted Best Credit Union in the Best of Bold City Community Choice Awards for 3 years running, and it's easy to see why. You need to be banking with First Florida Credit Union. They're enriching people every day. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Opportunity Lender.
Hi, I'm Sean Monahan from Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach. We're your local family jeweler for 46 years in Jacksonville with a huge selection of diamonds, gemstones, and pre-owned Rolex watches. And Monahan Jewelers is your store for expert jewelry repair turned around in 1 or 2 days. Most jewelry stores take 2 weeks or more, and many stores send your jewelry somewhere else for repair. At Monahan Jewelers, our jewelry repair is done in-house by expert craftsmen, and Monahans can turn around most repairs in a day or two. So bring your jewelry repair to Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach.
This is Dave Barker with IHRS. Are you frustrated with those trendy pills and lotions that claim to make your hair thicker and fuller? Tired of your hair falling out? Our hair restoration solutions have helped over 10,000 men and women restore their hair in as little as 2 office visits.
Call 904-777-IHRS. That's 904-777-4477 or go to hairforme.com.
Florida doesn't ease into the heat. It comes fast and it comes hard. And if your AC barely survived last summer, you're already on borrowed time. That's why Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning wants you to start the year off strong with a new AC system. Make the smart move before summer hits. Right now, get their lowest price of the year, $1,000 off a new AC system when you install by February 28th. Call now to schedule your free estimate and get ahead of the season. 904-862-6769 or duckduckrooter.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch. Now, the Monahans' golden moment. Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach, your local family jewelers.
All right, we are, boy, it's the week in some ways is flown by. In some ways, it crawls. You know what the longest half hour in recorded human civilization is? It's the longest. Actually, it's the longest 4 hours in the world, or the half hour you're waiting on your game to start. You're just sitting there and you've waited all week, and now it's like, it's 12:41. That 20 minutes takes 14 days to get there, doesn't it? Here's the nugget I've got with, kind of uncovered this one as we went through the morning, but we've mentioned a lot. Bills' #1 pass defense, Jags' passing game, firing on all cylinders. Jags' run defense, #1 in the NFL. Bills rushing the football, #1 in the league. They're the league's leading rusher. And then I kind of stumbled across this, okay? You ready? The Jags, the high they gave up all year was, I think, 74 yards to Jonathan Taylor. It may have been 78. All right? There were 17 1,000-yard rushers. So this just speaks to when you're holding teams to 86 yards a game, when the most you've given up to an individual rusher is 78, it's not because you haven't faced anybody. There are 17 1,000-yard rushers in the NFL this year. Among them, Jonathan Taylor, Kyron Williams, Christian McCaffrey, Tony Pollard, Rico Dowdle, Breece Hall, Kenneth Walker, Chase Brown. I mentioned the ones the Jags stifled. So it's not just the run defense has been good. It's not just because of the game flow. They played, of the 17,000-yard backs, they're about to play their 11th 1,000-yard back this year. No one's got more than mid-70s on him. So there's my nugget.
It's a nugget.
It's all about the nugs.
It's a nugget.
Where does Travis Hunter watch the games?
With the injured guys and the inactive guys.
We used to see him up. It feels like back in the day we would see those guys up and around the press box back in the day when they were injured.
You can go find them if you want. They're in.
Where do you think how much remiss is there with him? I wonder.
I'm sure it kills him in a way.
Probably keeping.
I think back to like Chipper.
Missed the Braves title.
Yeah, blew his knee out. Did he miss the title?
I'm pretty sure he missed the title season.
Yeah. And I remember talking to him then. I mean, we were still because he was
already the starter. I could be wrong. Let me double check that. The Braves won it in '95,
and he tore his ACL like in spring training, and he was out. I always think about him though when it comes to like stuff like that because I remember him telling me like it's bittersweet, because you so desperately you root for your guys, but you want to be out there too, So
I guess he was at least on that team. He tore his ACL twice in his career, 1994 during spring training. Of course, it took longer. He probably missed parts of the 95 season, but he would have been back by the World Series. In fact, I think I remember seeing him at
So what did they do in 94?
94, the strike came.
There was no baseball?
No postseason in 94. And he was probably not yet established. Were they still Pendleton in 93? I know they were in 91. I feel like they had moved to Chipper by... it was really the mid-'90s when Chipper and Andrew Jones.
So he played on the championship team then?
I think so. I think he was, it may not have been a full season.
95, he had 524.
Yeah, so he must have been speaking to a different...
We were talking about it. I just remember when he was hurt, and I went and I interviewed him, but...
Well, they were a good team then, right? They had World Series hopes. They had been to the World Series.
They were right behind the Expos. They would
have caught him.
So...
Because they did that a lot. In the 90s, they would piddle around till midseason, be 8. They always do that. They've done that in this NL East race. Mm-hmm. So many times they piddle around 6, 7, 8 games out in July, and then make a surge at the end of the year. They did that a lot. And by the way, though, the surge back in the 90s for the Braves, they left some really good heartbroken teams. I mean, back in the day, there weren't all these wild cards. You'd have I remember the Giants one year had 103 wins and couldn't get in the postseason.
One of the cool things about social media at this time of the year, and I talked about one of the games I watched. You get about a 6-minute highlight package of a playoff game, and you've forgotten about it.
Mm-hmm.
This one I didn't forget about, but it was fun to go back and look at. It was the Dolphins-Steelers Marinos AFC Championship game.
Okay.
And, man.
What's that, 84?
Yeah. You forgot how good Dan Marino. And
that's his rookie year, isn't it? Second year.
Second year. He threw 400 and some odd yards. It was like 45-28, if I remember correctly. But man, he could whip. I mean, Duper and Clayton.
Oh, he had that unbelievably quick release, and one of the great testaments to Don Shula and his greatness as a coach is how he could completely change directions in his career. He won Super Bowls in the early 70s with defense, and all they did was run. Dolphins won a Super Bowl where they threw the ball 6 times, if that.
Mm-hmm.
And then by the end of his career, he had, passing offense was becoming a thing. They went and got Marino.
He threw for 421 in that game. With that said, give me a little pop quiz here.
Oh, boy. We're going way back.
Get you, I like this. Little pop quiz music. Aaron, it doesn't have to be anything catchy. Give me the top 5 most yards thrown for in a postseason game. Give me the quarterbacks. If you think about it, you'll get some of them.
Well, I want to say, like, how many did Marino have?
Marino.
Was that top 5?
421, no.
Oh, it wasn't. I feel like
15.
Didn't Foles throw for 461 in that Super Bowl? Or
Foles had a hell of a Super Bowl, but
he's not in the top 5. What are the number? What are the yard totals?
505,
505,
501, 489, 469, and 466 is a tie.
Hey, I'm trying to remember like some like.
Who did Nick Foles play in the Super Bowl?
Played against the the Patriots.
Yeah, how many did he throw for in that game?
Brady?
505.
That was 505. I was going to say Brady because I thought Foles also did 461.
I don't think they ever punted in that game, remember? And they
crazy.
lost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so Brady 505. I'm going to go then. All right, I'm just going to go with the pro. I don't remember. Did Josh Allen have a game like that?
No. Well, they've all had games, but not like that.
I am not going to. I remember these outrageous performances, but the exact night. I know Matt Ryan had a huge playoff.
Who did he play in the Super Bowl?
Was that game? So he did it. The Patriots.
Yeah, and who played for the Patriots?
Brady did it then too?
Yeah, 466, tied for 5th.
And but wasn't Matt Ryan, though.
No.
Yeah, so Brady did it twice.
Okay. Who did
Peyton do it one year?
Who did the Steelers? Who did the Steelers
Ben
beat?
Roethlisberger.
Yeah, 501 against the Browns.
Okay, I remember
21.
Roethlisberger. I do remember.
They
lost that
this
game
one
to Baker. They lost that game to Baker Mayfield.
This one you'll never get. This one is the one that doesn't. Roethlisberger. Who did the Steelers beat in the AFC divisional round, lose to in the AFC divisional round in 2018?
Well, it's the 17th season. It would have been us.
Oh yeah, 469 in that game
for Roethlisberger.
Yes.
So he's up there twice, and Brady's up there twice.
Yes.
Who's the 5th?
So
the number 1 guy you're saying we won't get?
No, Brady's number 1 at 505. Browns Jets 1987.
Is it Richard Todd?
Nope.
Is it a Ken O'Brien?
Nope.
Is it a Browns quarterback or a Jet?
Yep.
Oh, I know this. What year?
87.
Oh, no, I don't. I was going to say Kelly Holcomb. He was later than that.
No, you should know it.
Sipe still around?
Bernie Kosar.
Oh, yeah.
I was about to say, does it start with a K?
For sure.
And then tied with Brady for 5th is Drew Brees, Saints Lions 2012. Do you remember that game?
No, I was going to throw Drew Brees in there. That was the year
Drew Brees is
they went to the Super Bowl.
Tied for 5th and 7th also through for.
Well, it's right in line. Those are the guys that had the 4,000 passing, 5,000 passing yards. They're the top 3 all time in yards. I mean, it makes sense. Except for Manning. That Manning's not on there is the only.
Manning is 8th.
Surprise.
458 against.
Do we have a Jag on there anywhere? Or how far down do you go? I don't remember a super prolific passing yardage total. No, I don't think we've had
all the way to 51.
It might be Trevor against the Chargers.
I wonder how many times Tom Brady's on here.
Yeah, that's a lot of
51
games.
times. Drew Brees is on here a lot too. There's 1 for Tom. There's 2 and 3 for Tom. There's a couple Matt Ryans. Yeah, Tom Brady's on there quite a few times. So anyway, just interesting. Let's take a break. We'll keep it rolling. This is The Drill on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
Streaming live from the XL Digital Studios. Polished by Harbor Dental Care, the locally owned smile restoration experts.
Hey Jacksonville, it's Dr. Kevin Kaplan, team physician for the Jaguars and proud member of Jacksonville's newest orthopedic dream team. At Orthopedic Specialists of Jacksonville, we brought together 10 board-certified fellowship-trained surgeons, each one a specialist in their field, all working together to deliver smarter, faster care with better results. From sports injuries to joint replacements, we've got the right player for every position. Visit osjax.com and meet your team. That's osjax.com.
Hey, you ready to reclaim your backyard? Serving Northeast Florida since 1977, Surfside Pools is the trusted name for expert pool design. They're family-owned and operated. They offer pool service, do a great job with the Hickens, equipment repairs, commercial maintenance. They've fixed our pool, remodels, and new pool construction. Man, let Surfside Pools transform that backyard of yours into the oasis that you crave. Gang, you ready to float happy? Visit SurfsidePools.net or give them a call, 246-2666, 246-2666. Surfside Pools and Spas. It's where luxury meets leisure. Hey, Jacksonville DDH. Dreamfinders Danny Hicken here with the scoop from Dreamfinders Homes, your national builder of the year. We've got first-year interest rates as low as 2.99% in homes in 20-plus communities throughout Northeast Florida. If you're house hunting, make sure your first pick Dreamfinders Homes, the proud official home builder of the PGA Tour, the Florida Gators, and your Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit dfhsalesevent.com today and tell them Dreamfinders Danny sent you.
Pregame Friday, built by Dreamfinders Homes on 1010XL.
New and pre-owned firearms are in stock at Beach's Jewelry and Pawn in Jacksonville Beach. Want a new sidearm or rifle? Brands like Kimber, Smith & Wesson, 6 Hour, Beretta,
No lines, no hassle. Only at Beach's Jewelry and Pawn in Jacksonville Beach.
ET here, and when the lunch hour hits, fuel up like you mean it with Lunch at the Lodge at your local Twin Peaks. With hearty, crave-worthy classics that hit the spot. Sink your teeth into our juicy cheeseburger and fries, grilled fresh to order and stacked really high. Or go lighter, but loaded with flavor with our fresh chicken Caesar salad. Or the fan favorite, the turkey avocado smash. With sweet potato fries. Really hungry? Our crispy golden chicken tenders and fries are ready when you are. Quick from the kitchen, satisfying on the plate. Join us for lunch at the local lodge, Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, scenic views. Home of the 29-degree draft.
Running a small business is tough, so the Florida Small Business Development Center at UNF provides a free business checkup, a personalized analysis that helps you boost profits, your online presence, and increase your company's value. No cost, no strings attached. It's guidance from experts who understand what it takes to succeed in business. Whether you're just starting out or ready to expand, it's time to act. Complete a request for consulting at unf.edu/SBDC.
Hi, I'm Mac with Baker Glass. If you've got fogged up windows, let me help. We'll replace them with clear, insulated units that brighten up your home. People say we're fast, friendly, and reliable. Just check out our Google reviews. Call me today. Baker Glass. No one treats you better.
Start your new year off healthy and get screened at Ackerman Cancer Center with on-site imaging, including whole-body MRI, PET and CT scans, and mammography. Early detection is key. Visit AckermanCancerCenter.com.
Hey, it's Travis from Cannons of Jacks. When you need a trailer hitch, gooseneck, or RV towing options, call us at Cannons. We've been doing it for 55 years, and customer service is our #1 priority. Visit cannonsofjacks.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah.
Yeah. What you gonna do? You gonna get down? Tell me. What you gonna do?
Making the turn for home.
What you gonna do? You wanna get out?
This is a surprising number. The Jaguars franchise record, most passing yards in a single postseason game. Remember, we asked what it was. I told Dan already. This number is shockingly low for a team that's played 16 postseason games. 245. It was a divisional game against the Broncos, the famous game in 96/97. Mark also ran for 44 that day. But yeah, that mark ain't gonna last long, Dan.
No, may go.
That 245 is not. It may not last past Sunday afternoon, and if the Jags win Sunday, it won't last past this postseason. The Jags will throw for 245 with Trevor Lawrence in this offense at some point. It'd be fascinating to see how Liam Cohen chooses to attack this Buffalo defense. They're the #1 passing defense in the league. It would make sense you try to run it, but then again, you're not going to go away from make them stop you, right, Hick? Our offense we scored 29 at Houston, the quote best defense in the league. Now we picked a bad time to take the air out of the ball. But this offense has not been slowed down by anybody for almost 2 months of Sundays.
No.
Since the Rams.
Yep.
You know, and even the other games that were closer or the devastatingly the collapse against the Texans, they were still scoring points in just about all. We're on an incredible – we've already set the record for number 25-point games, right?
The Cowboys denied by Atlanta to talk with Jeff Ulbrich for a defense coordinator job, according to sources. He remains under contract with the Falcons. That's not cool because the Falcons fired their coach, meaning that guy's going to be out of a job in all likelihood.
He's the defensive coordinator, and he did a good job. They like him. The Atlanta's got young pieces.
Yeah.
I was watching them kicking around on ESPN and their gaggle of, quote, experts, and they like the fit for Harbaugh in Atlanta. They like Atlanta's talent. Have you seen the list yet of who's the best team of the openings? Like by
seen
talent.
a lot of lists. So.
Like, is it Baltimore?
Huh.
And would Atlanta be? I mean, most of the time they're losing franchises. So
the Giants should be up there, right?
Giants are up there,
but not there with Baltimore. Baltimore goes to the playoffs every year. The Giants suck.
Yeah,
so.
but the Giants roster is really good. I mean, they just need a coach.
I mean, that's great. The Giants roster may be really good. They lose double-digit games every year. So
they got a bad coach.
Well, anyway, we'll backtrack. Baltimore's in a league of its own. The Giants damn sure aren't as good a job as the Baltimore job. I mean, it's a good job as New York, but Baltimore, to me at least, is the job one. They got Lamar Jackson. We're talking about the talent. We got 2-time MVP and good players. So undoubtedly, the the Ravens to me would be the top job. Giants, Giants. They do have Dart and Neighbors and some D linemen that are coming along, but
on paper, whose defense would you rather have, the Giants or the Ravens?
I will take the Ravens defense over the Giants. You can ask me this question tomorrow, next year, in 2040.
I'd probably take the Giants.
Yeah, I would take the Ravens.
Okay.
I'd take the good team.
They weren't very good.
The Giants are a bad team, and the Ravens are a good team. So,
got to get coached better, maybe.
Yeah.
Just look at the Giants' defense. I know they got Dexter Lawrence inside. I know they got Burns, who had a hell of a year.
Abdul Carter.
I got Abdul Carter. They've got Javon Hollins, good player. I don't know their corners off the top of my head.
Didn't they get the guy from Green Bay, McKinney? Isn't he on there? Is he on there?
Oh, McKinney went to Green Bay from the Giants.
Or did he go? Oh, is that what it was? Okay, never mind.
So, But anyway, they're not. I mean, they got some.
The Giants. I mean, I'm not disagreeing with you all. The Giants were 26th in the NFL in scoring defense.
Yeah.
Which is well behind what are the Ravens.
They fired their defense coordinator.
I got it. There's a lot there. I'm just saying stability and otherwise, the Ravens are.
Yeah.
It would seem to me to be the top job. If I were taking the jobs, that would seem to stand out.
Ravens
Lamar,
did lose that.
Lamar being one of the reasons.
Matabuike guy this year.
Yeah,
he's a good
that
player.
Hurt. Yeah. The Ravens traditionally have drafted well and restocked, especially on the lines of scrimmage. I wouldn't say they've been awesome when it comes to the skill guys.
Ravens had so much talent this year, though. They should have been a Super Bowl team, and they they were the picks. They were the choice of everybody.
Yeah.
Not everybody, but they were choice of a lot of people. A lot of talent there, and they didn't get it done.
Too many games without Lamar.
Lamar wasn't
they
that
were
good.
1-5 before.
Lamar wasn't that good this year either. It just wasn't. I mean,
well, they're 1-3. They weren't
21
1-5 with Lamar because he didn't play against Houston. He didn't play against the Rams. He didn't play off the bye against the Bears, even though that won that game. He got injured in the Kansas City game, missed the Houston game. They got blown out. Then he missed the Charger game or the Rams game. They lost at home.
Yeah.
Cooper Rush giving you 72 against the Rams. Oof.
So they had a 40-25 lead with 5 minutes left against the Bills, and they found a way to lose that one.
That's true too.
I mean,
Ravens were weird. They were just a weird. It was a weird season. So, yeah. If the Jags lose offensive coordinator to become a head coach, would you kick the tires on Mike McDaniel? I trust Liam Cohen. If I know, I wouldn't.
No, that's a.
I don't want Mike McDaniel's offense. I want Liam Cohen's offense.
And I don't want a former head coach putting any of his. No, don't dirty up the water here.
No.
All you need to know about Liam Cohen and his offense and how demonstrably awesome the addition has been is that the Bucs fired their offensive coordinator yesterday. And then the Bucs went from, at least it seemed like, considering jettisoning their head coach to keep Liam Cohen. To watching Liam Cohen take the Jaguars job after he took his kid to the doctor. And then now Liam Cohen's offense is better than the Bucs offense.
Yeah, Bucs fired their coordinator.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They fired him yesterday. That just goes to show you the kind of the impact, the influence of. So yeah, no, I don't. I want somebody who's maybe even already on the staff.
All right, Aaron, play us.
I don't think Udinski's ready for a job though. I don't think that's this offseason. We'll see.
The 2-minute drill is driven by nobody but Nimnicht. Nimnicht Chevrolet on Cassett Avenue and Nimnicht Buick GMC on Phillips Highway.
Morning, Tony.
Good morning.
What you got cooking today on a Friday?
We'll still be
I saw what you got cooking. Chili's.
Yeah, we got chili with Fan Cam.
Good. Fan Cam. He tightened me up already. It was delicious.
He does it for, obviously, when we're getting ready for training camp, but with them being in the playoffs, he got in the mood, so he brought us some chili this morning. So
what if we win? Does he have to come back next Friday?
I don't know, but it certainly smells pretty good out there.
It does smell good.
Right? Like just walking through the offices.
Chili and rice. It was delicious. Sheer willpower will keep me from having a second bowl before I leave.
We'll have Tommy Mackin with us as we do each Friday.
All right.
And so we'll do Tell the Tape for a playoff game against the Buffalo Bills on Sunday. We'll do Keys to a Victory. It's kind of funny. We've been talking about it all week. It's not even like we've reacted a whole lot to what happened against Tennessee. It's been the Bills, since we got started. So we're all, I think, at a point where it's like, let's just kick it off.
Yes.
Right? Like, we're all to the point of, I've talked it out about every way that you can talk it out, but we'll do it for another couple hours on the show today.
An exciting thing when you get to that point in a season where you just can't wait. You know, you win. If you win, you start thinking about the next opponent. That's the best thing of all. Have a great show.
Thank you.
Mike and Tony getting ready for Jaguars today. Our Football Friday show is in the books. Now we'll see you at the bank on Sunday. Rest up tomorrow. We're going to need you on Sunday.
Expect to be in victory formation on a Next Gen Roofing Monday. That's what we expect. And then we get a whole nother week of excitement in preparing for the next challenge. But that's why they play the games. And it is certainly a tough one with the Bills coming to town this weekend. It's been a GFL Friday. Enjoy the football. Enjoy Jaguars today. And we'll see you on Monday.
While you were watching the ball, he saw what happened in the trenches.
I'm Jeff Logman.
And he tells you about it every Tuesday. Check the tape. 10 to noon on